How's everybody doing tonight? We're going to be playing ourselves a little bit of a Zelda crossover mod in Banjo Kazooie called Banjo Kazooie The Jiggies of Time. Kind of been in a Zelda mood as of late. I don't know if you noticed. Between playing Zelda-like indie games, Zelda ports from the fan scene, kind of just wanted to continue some Zelda love, at least for a little bit here, and play myself this Jiggies of Time mod that I've heard a lot of good things about over the years. And with the Banjo Kazooie recomp, it's just much easier to play nowadays. So that's the version we're going to be playing it on PC, and it has enough quality of life stuff to it that's going to make it probably the best way of playing this said mod. But for those of you unaware, this is a crossover between Banjo Kazooie and Ocarina of Time, actually. So there'll be a lot of Ocarina of Time references in this. We're exploring the whole land of Hyrule from that game in particular, so it'll be a fun time. I played a tiny bit of this on stream a few months ago when the recomp came out, just to demo it on stream, and I played some of the game afterwards on my own time, up to past Kakariko Village, essentially, so it was like 3 worlds in. That's about it. So I haven't played too much of this. I think it's finally time I actually get my feet wet into the world of Jiggies of Time. And to answer this question before we go too much further, because I saw a comment there in the YouTube chat before I started, so hi there, Warrior Lane, how you doing? I'm gonna get all the collectibles. As of right now, normally my stance on mods and ROM hacks is we don't normally go for 100% unless it's pretty straightforward to do. So I'm gonna try to go for all the things I can get. That might change later in the playthrough, but the current plan is at least to try to get everything in each level as we go. So hopefully we'll be able to 100% this game, because it's not terribly hard to 100% from what I've seen. And that's just kind of the thing with Banjo Kazooie. It's kind of the point of the game and just in general, but the thought and all. So let's just see what we can do. But I think we should go ahead and get the game started here instead of rambling. As I mentioned before, we are playing via the Banjo recompiled, so gotta wait for it just showing up earlier. I don't know why it's not showing up now. That's fun. Let me just manually hook it, I guess. There you go. Don't know why that wasn't showing up with my normal setting. Okay. Let's just go right in the game. So, here it is. Banjo Kazooie Jiggies of Time. We move on the menu. We can see some of the extra things here. This is made by Kirko Mods, one of the many Banjo Kazooie mods that this one specific dev has made. And the usual rule of thumb for a lot of ROM hacks, mods, stuff like that. Don't pay for it, because that's just bad. A lot of people actually do make repro carts of a lot of like N64 ROM hacks or SNES ROM hacks, stuff like that. I never liked that, and I know the devs hate it too. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule. You hear a bear jump somewhere, and now he's here. In-house. About it. Oh yeah, that's right. There's also going to be vanilla control for a bit, where we have, like, no jump. Attention, foolish bear! Although, hang on, I gotta get a little closer, because it's slightly hard to read. That should be better. There you go. Although I'm smelly and a little bit plump, I no longer live in a dingy old dump. Call me Queen, you backpacking fool, as I now control the land of Hyrule. So if you dare to challenge my might, 7 years you must travel to put up a fight. So here's the final warning I'll give. Return to your home if you still wish to live. Lots of hate, Grunty. Tells me how it is. There's the game being played actively. Feel like I'm a game in a game right now. Let's get out of here. Hey Matt, how you doing? Hey guys, who's ready for an adventure? Hey, at least a brand new game. Or last a brand new game. I think I made the exact same little misstep on that speech when I demoed this back in January. He's too lazy to ever make a full-length game. Yeah, it's Banjo Kazooie, so there's gonna be a lot of fourth wall break humor. We're just gonna be used to that. Sorry, skinny legs, but it won't be so simple. Grunty's turned all of Hyrule into her own cursed kingdom, so you have hours and hours of adventure ahead of you. So, where do we start? Well, the Deku Tree. However, you need to learn how to shoot eggs to get to him. Alright, now teach me, Goggles. Slow down. You go to Lost Woods first, and that's how we learn where to shoot eggs. And also, you're supposed to go through all this section and learn your moves. This is the tutorial. But you can also say, I don't really feel like it. I've played this game enough. I think I'm just going to skip the tutorial. I'm fine on that one. I remember how to use the basic moves already. Bottle brain. There's one downside to this, and I'll explain in a minute. But we should immediately go to Lost Woods. Doing alright, that's good to hear. Doing alright myself, thanks for asking. I think I can get this now, so I'm gonna just try it. A good roll jump. And there you go, humble token. Easy. It's best not to get everything here right now, so I'm just gonna ignore pretty much everything, because for reference sake, because I am playing on the recomp version, I have note saving on, so that's gonna make this a lot better. Notes here actually do reset, and in fact, right here in particular, if I go to Lost Woods, it counts as a different level, so my notes would reset. So if you wanted to go for 100% playing without note saving or actually on an N64, don't bother with the notes just yet. Actually, let me go over here first. It doesn't matter which way I go yet, because I have my moves. But I want to go this way, because there's a switch up here. Well, not a switch, it's a honeycomb. I don't know why I remember it was a switch for some reason. There's a switch nearby, I think that's probably why I'm thinking that. Just gonna wait for the camera to do its thing here. You know, I do have camera control. Some sections like this are still not gonna let me control the camera right away. So I'm best off just waiting a second. I need shock jump for that. Alright, I don't know what that was. I did activate a cauldron out of bounds, so that's probably why the camera just panned up like that, but I have no idea how I triggered it. I think I walked around the trigger the first time, and the second time it's like, it's good enough, here you go. Just barely not reach up there, but there's nothing up on that ledge. So remember before I said that there was an issue not learning moves. Here's where the issue comes. Because if I go to a molehill, Bottles gets a little upset about that. I don't need his help. I can bug the crap out of him because it's always funny. If I was the main character, I'd be beating the last level by now. Alright, Cranky Kong. If you don't take this new adventure seriously, I'll delete your save file. Oh no, my 5 minutes of progress. Now your save file is gonna go bye-bye. In 3, 2, 1. Please not. That's more like it. And that's it. You don't get any hint from him. If you're playing the tutorial, Bottles does... Wait, I guess Mario and Luigi was busy. I didn't get that line before. He doesn't give you hints about this section. If you're playing the tutorial, he does. And I skipped the tutorial when I was first playing this mod for a bit. So I didn't know what to do from here. And that's kind of a problem. Because if I go down into the water, I can get a honeycomb. And that's about it. But there's a secret behind the stack of leaves. Bottles actually hints to that if you're playing the tutorial, so I legitimately got stuck on that for a while when I was playing this a little bit on my own. I had to actually look up a guide for that because I skipped the tutorial, didn't get the hint. And then I seen, oh yeah, they tell you if you're learning how to play the game. I think that is kind of a knock to this mod. I think they should still tell you that hint regardless. That wasn't the easiest thing to find at first. I'm looking for the stage. Where's the stage? It's supposed to be right here. This is where I show them all my masks. Which, to be fair, there's literally nothing else to do right now. So I'm actually at that point where I need to find where to go. Well, I think I can just barely get back up here if I time this right. Camera sucks in this section. It's locked. It's like they don't want me to do this or something. Trying to remember actually where you're supposed to go from here, because that I'm joking halfly and then also not. You are supposed to go to the Deku stage right now. I don't remember where the entrance is. I swore it would be in the same spot, and Bottles just does not help you. Because of course, why would he? Like, it's not like I hit that switch or something, I just missed it because I'm down here now. There we go. It's funny, I can get out of here, even though I'm not supposed to yet. Let me get a better look from here, so I actually see what the heck I'm doing, because it's been a bit since I last played, and this is the one part of the game that's not the most straightforward. Alright, there you go. Now I can see it. Okay, I don't have ground pound yet. There we go, the molehill we actually want to talk to, because this is where I get shock jump. My legs are tired. Don't worry, Turkey's gonna learn how to walk soon. Ready to learn how to shoot blue eggs, perfect. Now I go back to Lost Woods where we saw the other shock panel. Now I can get the egg move from there, I guess. Just one more of those, which I do believe there were 6 honeycombs here, because this counts as Spiral Mountain in the game code. So it would be 6 honeycomb pieces in the first area. And you can get them all now. You get the medallions in this, like, ocarina? I'm not sure, actually. I don't know if you get any stones or medallions. I mean, to be fair, they're not real collectibles, but there could be a similar setup. Not 100% sure how that works. But we will find out together. That's a door. I want to take a shortcut out. I don't want to walk back and forth through this area, so I'm just gonna cheat. Okay. This is a little too narrow. I keep on missing ever so slightly. No drop shadow, which doesn't help. I'm just gonna get closer here so I can actually see. There you go. You got the slingshot. Da -da -da -da. What? That... nice reference. Now I can learn how to shoot eggs. You know what's the one thing I could try for this? It's a little broken, but I do think it fits in Ocarina of Time logic because of how the game controls there. You can go in the first person mode with the top C button, aim more precisely before you shoot. That's what I was just saying. There is a mod I can do that with. But the game kind of has that, like, baked in, I guess. No, it does not. I want to turn that on because I think it's a really cool idea. So, in Banjo Tooie, they actually give you an ability to shoot in first person. So, we can activate that. Here we go, egg aim. Can I turn that on mid-game? Don't think it lets me. That's a little annoying. So let's just get a game over real quick. I want to turn that on. I don't know why, it's one of the few mods you can't turn on mid-game. It doesn't change enough. I would think that'd be a problem, but I guess it does. Alright, there we go. Now we can go egg aim, turn that on. Fix crouch shooting left. Oh yeah, there was a bug about this. There was an issue in the base game when you shoot while crouching. It just has you slightly shooting left. Let's turn it on, why not? That's the nice thing about playing this on the PC version in particular. I can easily turn on and off mods at will. The only mods I'm using are mainly ones to clean up the game in terms of visuals. Oh yeah, now we're here. No, not yet, never mind. I was thinking maybe get the Jinjo here and there, but I'm gonna go back to the Lost Woods, and that's gonna delete them. So let's not do that yet. Yeah, most of the mods that are being used in this, I guess I should just show that really quick. Besides having the obvious one on, the Jiggies of Time itself. The other ones that are on now, besides egg aim, the only thing we're using at this point that's modifying how we play. I'll talk about that in a minute. Other things are just an HD texture pack to clean up some of the HUD. Get rid of this carrot real quick. HD texture pack to clean up the HUD. Have higher poly banjo, so it's always gonna be the full poly version, not like a low one if we zoom out the camera too much. Extended draw distance, so we can see things from further away. That's actually gonna make the game a little bit easier. And this one I turned on for a personal preference. This ROM hack has the Jiggy animation of Banjo Kazooie, which it takes forever, every single time you collect a Jiggy, to move on. So I'm turning on the Tooie Jiggy animation, which just skips it. You just get the Jiggy above your head. This is in some other Kirko mods anyway, so it does feel fitting to have here. And that's basically it. You would not believe how much time having the Tooie animation for the Jiggy speeds this game up. It is insane of how much time you can save with that. Alright, so let's do first-person aiming. So now I have a reticle on the screen. I can press the Z button and shoot my eggs. It just makes sense to play with that mod, in particular for this game, because it's themed after Ocarina of Time. You can go in first person to shoot your weapons, or in third person while using Z. So might as well have it on for this for a bit. It might be a little game breaking, so I'm not going to abuse it. So I'll be a little careful where I use the first person aiming, because I think there are some puzzles I can flat out skip if I was using first person aiming on everything. So we don't want to do that. So there's our first Jiggy. Don't even need to stop for it, we're just done. It's so much faster. Hello, Brentilda. How's it going? I've come to Hyrule to aid you in defeating my nasty sister. She gives you clues about Hyrule. I don't know the specifics of how her clues work. I don't know if it's for only the area you're in or other areas as well. That's the one thing I don't know. But she gives you a lot of hints throughout the game. First one is 2 Kokiri Forest shock jump pads. They are hidden. One is buried under the leaves. Number 2, follow the pizza boxes to find an old friend. And finally, Number 3, in the ancient tree is the key to the door in the Lost Woods. See, the only one that tricks me up is the pizza box one, because I don't think I've found that. But I've done everything here in the past, so I don't know in particular about the pizza box comment. Oh yeah, isn't this supposed to be the shock pad, I think? Like, one of these, I think, has a shock pad inside of it. That's how I get up here. I just say nuts that I didn't even know there was a Mumbo token back there. Alright, let's look at the art before we leave. So there's the Deku tree from Ocarina of Time. I guess that's supposed to be Link there. It's extremely low res, so it's hard to actually make out anything in the picture. Look on this wall. There's Playtonic and Rare's logos, the two people responsible for Banjo originally. Nah, we'll never find the guy. There's how you can learn. If you're stuck anywhere in the game, you can just go to the dev's YouTube channel. That's actually something I've done already in the past. It's a pretty good source, actually, to see where exactly you go next. I think I want to go up here really quick. I want to go into this waterfall. Take care of this now. Oh, how did I not go in? There we go. Make sure to be a little higher this time if I'm gonna miss it. Camera change on this is a little awkward. I thought I was gonna fall there for a second because it was a little too aggressive. Alright, give me this Jiggy. Look around here really quick because you get a little Easter egg up here with a copy of Majora's Mask just chilling next to the cell. And then if you look above you, this is the weirder one. It's just James Bond just staring down, looking at you aimlessly. Stop looking. Gonna be a lot of game references here and there throughout the whole world. So we're gonna see a lot of N64 love in this. Just barely make this with the shock pad. Very, very nerve-wracking on that one. I think I can do everything in here now without the move you get in Deku Tree, because you do get something there. So I should be good to just explore the rest of Kokiri Forest. It's gonna be so nice to play this with the analog camera. I was debating if I was going to play with the N64 pad or not, and then I remembered this game has full analog controller support on PC. So I'm just going to play with the 3D camera instead. It's way better than just using the C buttons for camera control. That's why it's much as I love this game, I mainly now play it on the Xbox 360. That was before the recomp came out, obviously. But I'd rather play a version that has a lot more quality of life. Just because, as much as I like the original, having... Oh, okay, nice camera. Having access to camera control is just such a game changer for this game. A smoother analog camera is way better than the C-button cameras. Not to mention the extra stuff like note saving and some other like additions. Like widescreen also makes a pretty big difference too. Seeing more of the screen just helps a lot. Camera keeps on getting stuck on random things though, so that kind of didn't help my argument of the nice quality of life things. that newer versions of games have, and then cameras get stuck on everything. There we go, give me the green Jinjo. Very fitting, green Jinjo in Link's house, I get the reference. There's the blue one left. I gotta just go to Decker Tree now, because there's some stuff here I need the move in Decker Tree to fully complete, so I'll just continue from here. You two stand before the Great Decker Tree, guardian of the Kokiri Forest. Hello, Mr. Tree. Oh, Bottles, thou hast returned. Banjo Kazooie, welcome. Thou hast done Hyrule great service in accepting this most arduous undertaking. Now listen carefully to what I tell ye. All the characters of this world have been waiting for the events of this game to occur. Such as they have... Oh, well, I didn't get to read all that. Ganondorf, King of Gerudos, would haste broken into the castle of Hyrule. It would have sent Navi to awake the only boy in the forest without a fairy, and trust him with the destiny of the kingdom. Then he would have attained the 3 spiritual stones, allowed Ganondorf to enter the sacred realm, and take the Triforce for himself. Furthermore... Am I boring you? As I was saying, suddenly an evil witch called Gruntilda appeared. She changed the programming of our world. Link, the hero of time, was not prepared for such a threat, and so Hyrule's last hope falls on thou, the heroes who defeated this evil witch in the game Banjo Kazooie so many years ago. Hear that, Kazooie? He called us heroes. Gruntilda had entered the sacred kingdom through the Temple of Time and has attained the Triforce. She has sealed the door with one of her powerful spells, and the only way to open it is with the Jiggies of Time. Jiggies of Time? Let me guess. Bark breath. There's a whole bunch of them scattered around the arbitrarily, and we gotta get them all, huh? Well, maybe not all of them, but indeed. There are 10 Jiggies and 100 notes. Thou must collect 50 notes to leave Kokiri Forest, and many more to reach the witch. Art thou up to the task of saving Hyrule? Absolutely. Come on, Kazooie. Looks like we got a grand adventure ahead of us. Hey, you're lucky we don't have anything better to do, Stumpy. Can somebody who both be on... Okay, I can't read it all. I'm not even holding the button anymore to fast forward. I'm just missing the lines. Yeah, Banjo Kazooie 1, I do agree on that one, Warland. It gets hard near the end more than anything, like with Rusty Bucket Bay onwards. That's why I say the difficulty's really ramped up. I've heard the difficulty of this mod in particular is, I think, more about just trying to figure out a lot of different things and where to go. Nice Super Mario Brothers there for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Although, I think that's a Japanese box art on an American game, so it's a little weird looking. It should be all the notes out here, so now I should be good to go into the tree itself. Oh no, here, one more note. Oh, 2 more notes. Keep on missing notes. I'll look at pizza in a minute. I'm not going up there. I'm not doing mustache clip. It's a real thing in the Ocarina speedrun scene. Look it up. Kakariko? Is that Kakariko? I think it's supposed to be. Yeah, Kakariko Pizza. Now with Gruntilda's face on it. I want to be careful not to fall here. I mean, there is a honeycomb setup down here. Like, I got some enemies killed, so I can get the big bunch. So I'm not gonna be starving on health if I need it. But I'd rather not fall this early. The pizza delivery guys? No. Yeah, totally. Now pay up. That's exactly what Kazooie would say. Have whatever's in the attic. Haven't been able to climb up there lately, huh? I wonder why. Maybe stop eating all the pizza. This place reeks, dude. Like, there's stink clouds everywhere. There's fries on the floor. Looks like they were probably from Witchy World, based on the model. I'm not even gonna comment on the clothes. But this whole time, he's been sitting here, playing, I guess, the original Banjo Kazooie, from what I can tell from that extremely pixelated screen, on his Xbox One via Rare Replay. Till the PC version came out here, that was definitely the way to go. Now I'm getting out of the stink cloud so I can actually get my collectibles and get out of here before I lose my sense of smell. Alright, that should be everything out here, so now we're good to go into the tree. This time, from the front, and not from his head's back door, I guess. Did he know he had a squirrel living inside of him this whole time, playing a game? How's the tree getting electricity? Can't get that just yet, because I don't have any way to slam the ground. Man, I hope we get a power in here to slam the ground. Yeah, I've heard about the Mario 64 Ocarina crossover as well. I did try that out for a little bit. It seemed very interesting, but the world felt very big. Like, very overscaled in particular. So I only really played, like, the first few minutes of it. I haven't heard that much about that one over the years. I've heard it's pretty good. But I don't think as many people have played that ROM hack after this one came out. Oh, this is where actually having the first-person aiming mod on does make this easier. What you're supposed to do is you stand up here on this ledge, and then you can just shoot forward here to these whip crackers, or whip cracks, whatever the official name is called. I can never remember what these things are called. And then you can just, you know, break them down one by one. But with the first-person aiming, I can do the same thing without really worrying about if I'm going to miss or not. This is where I'm not going to abuse that. Oh yeah, that's how you're supposed to get over there. I don't think I saw those two poles before. I just always jump from that platform in the middle. It's nice it doesn't fall down and break, unlike the one from the actual Ocarina of Time in question. That platform is always best to leave until you're ready to leave the room, so you don't have to shoot down the ladder. Don't need to break that one, so I'm just gonna leave that whip. Just enough eggs. I really need to get some more eggs here soon. Call this move the Beak Buster. You know, the classic ground pound. Which you don't even need to get the items in the pots, as I demonstrated earlier. I hate this move. Gives me a headache. Gee, I wonder why. You get used to it, Nest Girl. You'll be doing it a lot. And we mean a lot. That's all the moves here in Kokiri Forest. At this point, we actually know a lot of our moves. Is that like about half? Something like that? You get a lot of your moves very early in the game. Like by... what is it, like maybe 2 hours in or something like that at most? You get all your moves in Jiggies of Time. Like, it doesn't take long to get all the moves, but that's where I stopped. So, after that world in question, then the rest of this is going to be completely blind. I've only seen videos of the game past a Kakariko village. Yeah, we're going to leave that Jiggy for later, because that is going to reset our Jinjo count, so I'm not going to go in the Lost Woods just yet. I really wish we had Talon Trot. That's like the one move I wish you get early, but it's actually a little bit further ahead. So until then, this is your fastest form of movement, rolling. So at this point, I'm now just missing one more actual Jiggy, because our second Jiggy is going to be in a Jinjo at this point. And then a few notes, which some of them are in these rocks. I need eggs, though, because I'm about ready to burst the web with, like, one egg. There's some around here. Alright, we'll be fine. Kind of starve you for eggs, though, in the Kokiri Forest. I wish you had a little bit more to work with. I mean, I guess I can load up the area multiple times, and then I can get my eggs back by just leaving and coming back. But I don't want to reset the Jinjo counter. I've looked, and I'm surprised. That's not actually a mod yet for Recomp. I could have swore someone would want to make maybe a mod to retain your Jinjos collected just in the same way that they do for your notes. Because that's the one thing I also wish the 360 version fixed. Nice victory jingle. There's all the notes, and final Jinjo. I don't remember what's in the chest, though. Okay, just a Mumbo token. The only disappointing thing about having the Tsui Jinji animation on is we're not going to see the dance at the end for collecting all 10 Jiggies. But I've seen that enough in my life. I guess I'm fine with one playthrough of a Banjo game not having that. And I don't think I can turn it off mid-playthrough, right? Yeah, it's blocked out, so I can't. Alright, so we'll grab this one Jinji... Let's call it a Jinjo again. We'll grab the one Jiggy on the way out. And then that should be it for both Lost Woods, because we got all the honeycombs, and then all the Jiggies will be collected after this for Kokiri, so that should be everything in Kokiri as well. And there we go. Now you can see why I didn't get that earlier, because the Jinjo came back. And that shows I can't leave the area. Going to Lost Woods counts as leaving for some reason. Alright, let's check our totals. So that's all the notes. Jiggies, got the honeycombs, and then Lost Woods just has the honeycombs, so we're all good. I believe you can get everything in every area on your first go, so no need to backtrack. I haven't experienced any backtracking like the, what, about maybe 3 hours I played in my own time back in January. Let's hurry up. Why? What's wrong? If I know anything about this place, there's an owl around here that'll talk to us for hours. And then that's the last thing I want. Technically, it's also near Gerudo Fortress and at Kakariko. I was like, he's everywhere. He's even in Castletown. This owl doesn't leave you alone. Never. But I don't think the owl's in this game, because I haven't seen him. Nice cow. That's supposed to be a cow. Get to Gerudo Fortress now. Let's go. I don't see anything being a roadblock. Not a random door that we probably can't burst down. Oh yeah, the first person aiming is still gonna be on. So I could shoot eggs at the painting for some reason. It's kind of funny. Alright, but this is just your standard no puzzle here. I got the Jiggies. We're good. I don't need this whole tutorial. Go through. It tells you how many Jiggies you need for the world on the painting itself. So you can see on the frame it says there's 2 that you need for Castletown. I have 10, so we're good. Oh, the stupid aim is on this scene too? It's Castletown. Shoot it. Oh man, I wish I could just like get rid of that. There's no way of turning that off in particular, like the actual like reticle, I believe. No, there's no, like, you can get rid of the reticle in Tui. Like, you just press one of the C buttons, it gets rid of it. But the mod doesn't let you do that. So it's just gonna be a perpetual reticle the whole time, even during puzzles. That's great. Link wears tights, and they're real dumb too. But bad bears don't fit. Oh, I just read that way out of order. The rhyme, it failed. I don't want to see Banjo in tights, so that is the takeaway. I'm just going right to Castletown. What are you selling? Hello, my friends. It is I, Ruby. It's a more literal name in Hyrule when he takes rubies as currency. Though he didn't have a Jiggy now, it was stolen by the nasty gorilla gang. They fled to the trees in front of Hyrule's castle. Guess we'll have to go ask for it back. Yeah, ask. It will not be easy to reach them. The trees are tall. And it doesn't stop me. We jump high. I'm gonna get those eggs back. I just pooped. Yeah, it doesn't stop me. I can climb trees. Yeah, the scariest thing the gorillas can think of right now is a bear climbing a tree. Dude, if I was a guy up on a tree and I saw a bear climbing up, I would be terrified. When bears are climbing up, they are determined to get their prey. And I don't want to die today. That would be how I feel the second I see a bear climbing towards me. There's temple time. What do you think, guys? Can we do dot skip? Just go right through that random little crack they left on the left side of the door. Oh, what do you mean this version of Hyrule actually had competent builders? They sealed the crack. Well, I guess there's no dot skip today. I'm not gonna tell you how long that took to figure out that you can climb that. You're welcome, I played some of this in advance. I played a little bit of this on my own just to feel it out after I did the demonstration. And after I got a few worlds in, I'm like, you know, I think I'll come back to this later, maybe for a stream thing down the road. I'm glad I did that. But I'm also glad I played a little bit of this because there are certain things that are a little cryptic. When I did my demonstration back in January, I couldn't figure out how to get shock jump. Like, I didn't know about the bush. Just you can swim right through all those leaves. I didn't know about that. So I was just kind of screwing around for a while until we moved on. That's just one of the issues I have with this mod in particular. There's some things that aren't the most clairvoyant, if that makes sense. There's just a lot of things that feel like you kind of need to look up a guide to figure out because it's not as obvious at first. But that's usually the custom game route, like mod / ROM hack route. I'm so used to that at this point, playing so many different ROM hacks. I can still remember, this was years ago when I was first getting into the scene, where I was playing a Link to the Past ROM hack. I believe it was called Parallel Worlds. I was playing apparently on an, I don't know if it was a newer version or an older version of it. I think it was a newer version at the time. And I was following a guide to get through the Lost Woods there because it was very confusing. And I remember the guide told me to go a very specific path. I went the path, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong because it didn't work. It kept on sending me back out to the entrance of the Lost Woods area. Turns out they updated the game where the path they changed in Lost Woods was different between versions. So I'm used to ROM hacks doing weird things in general and being a little cryptic at times. And I feel like sometimes I have to play a little bit of these on my own just to vet them. Make sure I got a, game that's not too confusing. Thankfully, a lot of newer ones I don't really feel are that bad anymore. I feel like a lot of ROM hacks have had more playtesters over the years, which helps a lot. Well, I guess I'm not going through there. But I can shoot eggs through it. Eat. I like the theme here in Castletown, by the way. Just letting it play for a second. It's a mixture of the actual Castletown theme from Ocarina of Time and then Jinjo Village and Banjo Tooie. It's more of Jinjo Village, actually. Oh, there's a copy of Wave Race 64. I feel bad it's all the way down here because that's a good game and more people should experience it, but instead it's stuck in the drainage pipe. No, I just saw the Mumbo token. I want that. Mumbo, what are you doing in Hyrule? Clocktown bad investment. Mumbo think Castletown have stable future ahead of it. Only he knew. Right. So, you're gonna transform us or what? And not that simple. Filthy buzzard. Mumbo needs his magic tokens first. But, they hit by which? You find token, Mumbo helps. Oh crap, you got 10 of them. Alright, well, I guess I help. Congrats, you got bombs. Mumbo's magic, free the change back. You come when ready. Mumbo call this bomb bag. Bag empty now, but can fill up in bomb shop, in market. Wow, cool. Let's go find that bomb shop, Kazooie. Oh, he's still talking. Oh, he's laughing. Oh, gee. I wonder if there's some subtle foreshadowing to that. Is there really a bomb shop? Yeah, stable future. Yeah, he hasn't seen 7 years ahead. Worf. Okay, I got a little bit of a weird hover there. Kinda got stuck on the lip. Convenient little hole the bomb bag can just scoot through. You can still shoot eggs. Alright, well, I might be turning this off. That's a little busted. I didn't know you can shoot eggs while transformed. That's not supposed to happen. Alright, but this is the bomb shop here. So, let's go in. Because you just fit through the crack. Unfortunately, there is no bombs. You just get this. Yeah, in this age, in 2026, why is this still a joke? I don't know how long I can be in here, though, because I don't want copyright ID to claim me. Ocarina of Time, old games, so I'm gonna pick old joke. No bombs on this mod. Thanks. Appreciate the joke. Of all things, though, why a Rickroll? I know it's an old joke, but still, like, come on, man. That's very old news. And yet, people still fall for it today, surprisingly. It's very easy when you just have a fake link, so that's why people still fall for it. Just gonna run. I'm a bomb bag without bombs, so I'm kind of useless. But thankfully, the fairy fountain still exists. No fairy, though. What kind of powers would a fairy give me, anyways? Would they actually fill the bomb bag with real bombs? That'd be nice. I think that's all I can do is this little bag here. So, now we'll go back to the town. I don't think there's any other little holes. I'm trying to think. Is there one behind the shops here in town? I'll check really quick, because it's a little bit of a pain to go back and transform every time to the bag, so I don't want to transform multiple times so I can avoid it. Oh yeah, I would have missed this if I was transforming now. This is the thing I need a bomb bag for. I think that's it, though. I don't think there's any more little holes. I'll go this way anyways. Now, this is our last place we can go with the bag, so I might as well jump in. What is this place? The museum. Bottles Museum, to be precise. Well, this seems like a weird pot. Might as well jump in. Magic all gone. Must go back to Bear and Bird. This is a free transform back. I didn't have to go back to Mumbles after all. Pay attention, since I'm only explaining this once. What is it, a trick to let us skip to the end of this dumb mod? Well, that's rude. No, Turkey, there are 3 special secret areas hidden in the game. Ooh, exciting. Now, he's not gonna tell us how to get there, because that's defeating the purpose of a secret. But the pictures on the walls are clue to their whereabouts. What if we can't figure it out? Don't worry, I can compensate for your lack of deductive skills. You can unlock more clues with notes. Let's show 'em, Banjo. We'll find those hidden areas, clues or not. I'll give you one hint. None of the entrances to these areas are inside the game's worlds. Good luck. Each area gets 4 clues from what I can see. It's clue 1, 2, and 3. And then Secret Jiggy. But these note doors are expensive. I'm seeing this one over here is like, what, $8.40? That's high. None of them we can afford yet. And the areas in question are the egg, the golden feather, and the red feather pillows that you see at the very end of Banjo Kazooie. Nice big key, by the way. And all the little boss key setups here and small keys as well. I don't think I've seen this before. Nice picture of Bottle's family up there, just chilling in front of Hyrule Castle. Must have been a family vacation. 3 secrets. And flowers. Maybe the flowers are another hint. Telling me about the rat-a-tat-rat. To be fair, that is a thing I think the game hints at for, like, hey, you can move a little further ahead if you use that midair. A little X on the ground, so I think I could probably break it open with a pound. Don't know where that is, though. It's the most generic picture. Is it here? No, but that is still something good. Don't think I can enter Bombchoo's shop here because Bombchoo Bowling, I don't know how it would have worked in this, but you can tell if that's a breakable door or not, and that definitely isn't a breakable door. And a breakable window. Can't go into this room, huh? Well, I guess we're not gonna save that dog named Richard. I think this was just supposed to be to show you there was a honeycomb there, but I already got it. Think I'm done out here at this point, so I should go to the castle grounds now. Maybe we'll take on those angry gorillas. Hey Jared, how you doing? Nope. Didn't mean to get hit by the guy's back. Oh good, I'm glad to see these vines are just as glitchy as the actual Ocarina experience. Although I don't remember having to be so far over to the right in actual Ocarina. It's like more in the middle, where the hitbox actually works. Well, they're going to me a tree bark. Why not, I guess, in this world? That's a very good point, because there aren't enemies like that in Ocarina of Time that are just made of wood. But I think of these guys kind of like the Egg Pawns and the Unleashed Recompiled. The Unleashed Project for Sonic Generations, that mod. Where because we can't mod the enemies in, let's just change the base enemies. But that one was funny because I just got hats. These guys could all get hats. Just give them hats for each area. I'll get the pot later. This is using my wings as a shield. Alright, so this is Wonder Wing. Makes us invulnerable, right? Sure does, except if you fall in the pit. Very useful for dealing with whip cracker vines. Okay, so I was right about the name whip crack. Carry only 20 at a time. Wait, do you start with the upgrades? If that's the case? Because I might actually start with upgrades then. You're supposed to start with only 10 golden feathers. But now I apparently don't have 20. I thought that was gonna miss for a second. Not gonna lie. Do I even have a... No, I think I have like 1 Jinjo, do I? No, 2. I completely forgot I got the purple one. How's the banjo go? So far, so good. Although I will say, this is a very weird randomizer. I mean, I completely randomized the character. Isn't that the joke normally everyone wants to go with? Because of how many Zelda randos I've done over the years. I don't remember Donkey Kong being in this, but here he is now. Which is a nice little Easter egg, because I don't think you can break the barrels. Speaking of which, here's your very pixelated Donkey Kong 64, available later this week on a Switch nearby. And possibly soon enough on PC, because I hear there's a recomp in the works. Glorious time to be a fan of retro games and have a computer. I'm just hoping if the Switch version on NSO is kind of like the Virtual Console, aka unplayable in some areas, then I do hope at the very least the recomp fixes all the scripting errors because of faster frame rates. Yeah, this song's from Minish Cap. That's probably why I didn't recognize it right away. I haven't played Minish Cap in like almost 20 years now thinking about it. It's been a hot minute. Probably due for a revisit at some point. I believe, are these supposed to be original? Yeah, these are some of the original faces attached to Banjo Kazooie, because that was composer Grant Cookhope. So these are some of the people who worked on the original game. That one you can't destroy, of course. Hi. This guy kind of comes out of nowhere because how the camera works. In the 64 mod, this Peach's Castle. That would make sense, just because of the nature of Peach's Castle in a Mario 64 game. Just bound to be somewhere in that mod. Nice Triforce up there on the hall. I wasn't there in the original game, so honestly, that actually is fitting for this area if that was a real texture in Ocarina of Time. Nice cast of Diddy Kong Racing here on the wall. Hey, look, it's me. Banjo was technically in Diddy Kong Racing before he got his own game. So that was technically his starting spot. Same for Conker. Conker also was a character that appeared there. A lot of the characters, from what I understand, that were featured in Diddy Kong Racing, they were supposed to get their own games, but not every character got their own, obviously. It really just became Banjo and Conker. Alright, here we go. More hints from Brentilda. The castle dungeons hide a secret passage. Wouldn't it be cool to visit the throne room? Oh, I've already done that, so that one doesn't help anymore. And last one, I've heard bomb bags can be used as keys. Now you're just making stuff up. Oh, you poor dears. Oh, my energy's low. Yeah, that's fair. I lost like one heart. Yeah, the bomb bag thing we knew too, so it's just the first hint. First hint's the only one that's useful. I think I'm done here in the courtyard, because that should be everything here. I always think there should be something in the water, because there was outside, but there's not. Then down here is just the ghost, which I think there maybe could be notes. But again, there's not. Well, I guess that's everything I can do out here. So there's really not much else. Except going into the castle itself, which I gotta say, this doesn't make any sense, like, at all, in terms of setup. Because I go into the castle, and we see a lot more that we just did not see in the courtyards. Like, how big is the interior of this area? It's way bigger than it should look from the outside. One of those optical illusion castles I see. I didn't mean to grab that. I want to go over here immediately. Because back here is a move. And this one I want because it's the Talon Draught. So finally, I can start running. This is very useful and the preferred way of moving. Is that all? No, you can also, this tells you about if you press B in the air for the rat-a-tat-rap, you can get some extra distance. Because I believe the level design in this actually keeps the distance in mind for some jumps. I'm trying, what was the button on this version? Not that one. Okay, it's Y. I'm so used to the Xbox version just pressing both triggers, but it's Y when you're crouched on this version. I haven't commented on it yet, but I like the fake Jiggies being in this. Because fake Jiggies, that was a concept that was introduced in like Banjo Kazooie with the fake Jinjos and such. So I like the idea of having a fake. It's something that I think was a little underutilized in some areas for this game, so the mod takes a lot of use for the fake Jiggies. It's like, this is the second world, and we found another one, so we found one per world so far. Keep on thinking this is an actual slope you need Talon Trot for, but it's not. It's just standard floor. The reason why I think that is because they actually do that here with this. Because this roof is a slope. So it does mess me up a bit. Like, some of the tiles are not sloped, some are. Very easy to get them mixed up. Oh, that was the last Jinjo. Nice. This section is so nerve-wracking. Because these platforms, like, why are the shock pads so small? Could have made these platforms a little bit wider so you can make the shock pads slightly bigger. They're the size of an actual thumbtack. Oh, great. That's why I don't like them being so small. Because I had a feeling I was going to fall, and sure enough. Oh, come on, man. I'm getting stuck on the castle. Section's a little janky. I'm not going to lie. It's, again, the size of the platforms. If they were slightly bigger, I don't think I'd be having a problem platforming here, but the platforms being so small makes me hug the walls too much. Oh, then they just do that at the end. Nice, thanks. Remember how I said some of these rooftops look like slopes, some don't? Yeah, that's great. I love running to a slope when I wasn't expecting it. Now I gotta do the climb again. I gotta get really close this time so I can actually land on top of the platform and not the side. I think I'm missing one more platform because you can't just go straight up. Dude, how am I sliding on the tiny little platform? This thing is barely the size of my foot. I'm sliding on the edge of it. There we go. Yeah, this climb was not fun, because there was just too many things to slide on. I'm sorry, who is this in the distance? There's another random dude from GoldenEye. Just kind of peeking. The heck was I sliding on? Oh crap, I didn't want to fall. Didn't think I was gonna make the jump. I was supposed to stay in Talon Trot for that, but if I did, I think I would have fell and missed the platform anyways. Nice. Barely enough distance for me to hurt myself. Oh, missed this. Oops. I would have been looking for the whole level, trying to find that one note I missed because I was just off camera. Funny thing is, note saving sometimes actually makes it harder for you to find all the notes if you missed one. Because normally, if you miss one in the base Banjo Kazooie, you can just reset the level and just start from scratch, follow a guide. You can't really do that with note saving. There's a copy of Diddy Kong Racing to go along the racers we saw earlier on the wall. Let's go in the dungeon. Someone's getting upset. This wretched video game is impossible. Jeez, getting mad at a game? Really? Damn, game over again. Taking over Hyrule was easier than trying to beat this. I think we better steer clear of this guy. On the plus side, you don't have to worry about Ganondorf taking over Hyrule if he's busy trying to beat Zelda 2 on the NES. He'll be there for a while. I've beaten the game like once, and it is definitely a guide game. Not something you play without looking up a game facts or something. He is steaming. That's Dingpod, isn't it? Or Leaky. Can't remember his name. What are you doing in jail? I was trying to empty the market's fountain. I thought I saw treasure inside. Copy of Wave Race? That is a good treasure. No, I mean it's the thing I got earlier that had a Jiggy. That was your hint that you can smash the water because it was fake. What is this? Oh, the game tells you can climb on the pillar here. I didn't know this was here. Alright, well that kind of takes away a little bit of my complaint about that section in Temple of Time. Because the game does show you can climb the pillar. You shouldn't need a picture though to show you can climb a thing. Though, still thinking that was not the best design. Oh crap. Yeah, I don't think I'm going that way. I think that's a little dangerous. Surprising you don't lose a life from falling here. Keep on turning the camera the wrong way. That only hit one of the whips, really? I'm shocked I missed that poorly. Stop jumping. My hand wasn't even on the A button. That was a little weird. That hypersensitive, I guess. Road closed, so I'm not going any further over there. That just looks dangerous. Okay, so I need one more Jiggy. And this should be my last note. Where's the Jiggy I'm missing? I feel like I should have had them all by now. There's nothing in here if I remember correctly, because that was just to get to the outside. I think it's something back out in the main castle area, like in Castletown. Yeah, because that's a golden feather, that's what I thought. I'm gonna check over here really quick where we got Talon Trot, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. So I can't go here, that's just an actual door. I'm not going any further over into the actual castle. Yeah, nothing in here, so I am done in this area. It's something out in the main courtyard I didn't collect then. I'm trying to remember what it was. It might have been... I think it's one of the rooftops? I wasn't on the roofs too much outside of the beginning. Or, no wait, no, did I get the Jiggy from pooping in all the pots? Which is definitely a sentence. I think I might have missed one. And if I missed one, that's probably the thing I didn't get. Actually, hang on. Now saying that loud, I think there might be one in here. I remember this tricked me up when I was trying this back out in January as well. Nothing here. Nothing over here. I'm gonna do one more pass over where I got the Talon Trot moved to make sure there's no pot there. Could have swore there was one in here, but I might be mistaken. Have you tried Sunshine Eclipse yet? No, I want to play it here soon. I was thinking sometime in the summer we might actually stream that because it would be perfect for a summer game. I've only played a little bit of it just to like set it up on emulator, and it feels kind of weird as a Sunshine vet because I'm so used to how the game originally controls. So like Rocket feels really weird to me, but it has some solid level design from what I hear. I also heard, I don't know if it was earlier this year or late last year or something like that, but they did fix one of the major complaints it had. I heard that when the game first came out, it was way too dark in terms of its visuals. People literally couldn't see the level design because of the Eclipse filter. So they actually added a brightness option from the base Sunshine game now, and people said it made the game way more playable. So I'm probably gonna end up playing with that specific setting. I like to see my video games, thank you. Because I've seen someone play a little bit of it before with that old filter, and yeah, it's dark. I can't go any higher up there. Can't go over here. Got the one in the corner over here, right? Yeah, I got that pot. Was there one in Temple of Time? Let me go look. I don't think there was. And the stuff up above, I think, was just the red feathers. And also the way to this note door, which I think is supposed to be an endgame thing with how many notes it wants. Yeah, nothing here. Oh, crap. I was trying to hit the railing. Yeah, you're correct on that one, Warrior Land. Eclipse is half of the original game because it has all of the original Mario Sunshine in it. And then it adds a whole 120 more shines, so it's the base game with basically double the content. It's insane. So needless to say, if you're looking for a pretty meaty platformer, Eclipse is definitely the way to go. But keep in mind, it's following the logic of original Sunshine, so a good chunk of your shines are just blue coins. Because they added those in the new levels too. I think they're just like, what? It's 240 normally? I think it's up to 480 in Eclipse. It's insane. Yeah, I'm definitely missing a pot. I feel it. Mario Moonshine. Jeez, that'd be something. There's a Mario Kart Wii mod, I think that's called Moonlight, so it's kind of close. I think it's what it's called. It's Moon something. I feel like I can go back there somehow. I feel like maybe that's where I'm missing something. But there's no way to get on top of this rooftop structure, so if that's the case, you can't get back there. Oh, here we go. I never went over to this gate because there's no reason to go over here. Here's the reason you should go over here. I knew it was a pot. There you go. That should be all of the Jiggies then. Let's make sure. Review our totals. That's all notes, all Jiggies, all honeycombs. Yeah, we're done here. Good. I knew it. It was just a random pot I did not find. I just had this sinking feeling this entire time for a reason. Looks like that's a night switch. Day-night cycle, perhaps? Like actual ocarina? This is Sun Song right here, so here's your Sun Song grave. I can't use this yet. I like the ocarina here. Waiting at the end of a deep grave. Gee, I wonder where that could be. Does this count as a new world out here? I don't know what this counts as. Hyrule, yeah, okay, good. So there are 10 Jiggies here. This is essentially Gruntilda's lair. Definitely want to keep in mind if it's night, I can go through a lot of little waterways. Over there is Lake Hylia, which is shut off by a spiky gate. Man, that is a little bit of a level up compared to their normal protection, which is none. That Mario Kart DS? Well, that seems random to find next to the lake, but alright. And an actual DS. I can't see with this blade of grass. Actually playing the game, although it looks like it's right out of the box because they don't have all the characters unlocked. That screen is normally more filled. Here's Gerudo Fortress, completely locked off. Not gonna fight you. Over here, what is this? Just another sun grave? Yeah. I don't think it has anything else here, because these trees look like they're just for feathers. I also feel like this is a good one to maybe hide something in. Like maybe a Jiggy, perhaps. You can barely not make that. Are you serious? Yeah, that just barely out of reach. That feels like a crime. Gee, I wonder where we go. Maybe I should follow the red arrow. Like any YouTube clickbait thumbnail. There's Bobby something here. Ganon's laughing. So this is the great Gruntilda's foe. There, Baron Bird. How pitiful. Well, it's true, and that may be, you're the one who's lost to me. We don't want to talk about that. Please stop. It's embarrassing. How does he lose to Gruntilda? Like, seriously. Is this the version of Ganon that doesn't have the Triforce of Power yet? So he's just weak? Is that what you're trying to tell me? How is that gonna work with the shooting? I thought so. Pressing Z also shoots eggs, so I just shoot an egg at the Kakariko painting. Shoot Kakariko. It's for the Cucko collecting. Oh crap, we gotta do Cuccos. I don't want, can we just turn that setting to off and not have to ever do Cuccos again? I joke, but I legit don't like having that every time I play Ocarina. That's why in randos, I only really set it to one Cucko. So you still have to get something. But I don't like collecting 7 chickens every time I have to play a seed. It's just too much work. I remember the dark days of Randomizer, where when Ocarina Rando first came out, you couldn't change how many Cuccos you can collect. So you were forced to get all of them. Those were the dark days. Yeah, this version of Ganon can't be Adventure of Link, so to be fair, I think he has a reason of why he's losing to Grunty. He's just not the most competent. I don't blame him for having a hard time for Zelda 2, because that game is hard. Alright, so third world. We're back in Kak. Feels like home. Oh, just like actual Ocarina of Time, that is a pain to jump around. You bet I'm going in here now. I knew it. I knew it had to be something. I'm glad. This is a docile cow, apparently. Doesn't want to hurt me. Wait, what is that? Let me stand somewhere else so I can see through the bars. Oh, well, one, there's Mario playing the original prototype of what Banjo Kazooie was going to be at one point. That looks like he's riding a hoverboard, though. That's a little weird. Yeah, this game was originally planned to be more of a side-scrolling game on the SNES. Alright, so this is a pattern. So you walk there and follow this pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get a Jiggy. Good to know. There's Impa. This is Impa's house, just like actual Ocarina. I don't see anything else in here of note, though. Well, besides some of the prototype images of what Banjo looked like. Before and after becoming a bear. Kind of a random shift, by the way. The King K. Rool. What does he have to do with Ocarina? Nice. Didn't even know that was there. Explore everything. You're not supposed to be able to do that. Okay. Accidental skip? Sure. How do I get out now? It's kind of a... Oh, okay, good. It's a one-way door. So you're supposed to have how many notes? 260 in the whole game. Right now I have 220. So instead of getting all notes, I guess I can just go through the back rooms. Thanks. I'm needing more clip farm anyways. Would this potion be taller than even the tree in Kakariko Village? Wanna tell us something we care about, nutcase? The key to Death Mountain is in the back room. Yeah, I found it by accident. Watch, I'll do it again. How did I do that the first time? I legit don't even know how I clipped. I got that lucky. But yes, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. I'll come back when I actually have the notes. Man, I missed an opportunity to unlock a level early, I guess. That must be some speedrun tech. Does kind of feel fitting, though, in a way that I found a way to break this game because I'm so used to breaking apart Ocarina. Break the game at this point like a twig. So why not with the Fan Cross sequel? How do we do Ace? Can we wrong warp into Paper Mario's Recomp? Actually, better yet, can we just wrong warp into the decomp instead? Can we get that out now instead of play the other one? Because I've heard too many bad things about the recomp of Paper Mario. Mainly just because of how it was vibe-coded. I see a crack in that floor? That's supposed to be able to see that. I'm just gonna do this. You guys get the long version of the song, so I'm gonna just let it play. It's just the horse racing minigame song. Unfortunately, I gotta stop at some point because I will burn through all my feathers if I let that play. I love the Banjo Kazooie version of that song. It's so good. Of course, it's the banjo that makes it. Mario 60 version of this, there's a puzzle, a very heavy puzzle, incorporates platforming. Interesting. Puzzling and platforming are not really things you normally see go together, but I mean, Mario is a platforming game, so it kind of makes the most sense. There's a copy of Link to the Past. I can't first person underwater, so take my word for it. Which Paper Mario would be compiled? The first one on N64. I don't know what they called it again. It had like clever names, like Re-Stitch or something like that. I don't remember. I know it just caused a lot of controversy because it's a very bare bones port that didn't have much in the way of customization, and it was made by one guy, mostly putting it together with AI coding. So it's missing a lot of features, and the guy doesn't really know apparently how it was made because of that. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know, I've tried one of those kind of ports before. The Smash Bros. 64 PC port also is coded in the same way, and it showed. It has like no features, and it's pretty buggy. Speaking of, I thought I fell through the floor for a minute there because of the camera. Oh, I see. Ground pound a thing here with flowers. Thanks for the hint. You like this? To be fair, I would have thought to have done that anyways, just because I've played the game this is based off of. In actual Ocarina of Time, that's what you do. I'll go home eventually to see that. I might save warp there, because that'll give me an opportunity to turn off the first person. That is breaking a little too much, so I will turn that off. But that won't be until we're done with Kakariko. Yeah, the original Paper Mario's like original codename was technically Mario RPG 2. That is true. Which is kind of a weird thing it was called that at some point, only because it wasn't made by the same team that worked on the first game, but they used the same name. It was an interesting thing to think about. That's probably why they also changed it after a while. Now I can use running shoes. Alright, cool. You didn't buy these off a corpse, did you? Anyways, here's how you use them. That wasn't a no. And I don't like that. Nice dry bones there. I don't know how he's not coming back to life yet. These guys come back to life instantly, normally. Oh, this must be the cave, because it did have a dry bones on that picture we saw in Impa's house, so this must be the cave relating to that map. We'll look around first. It looks like a way back out. So I guess once I get over here, then it has a way around. To be fair, if you just follow where the heads are, then you should be good to go, because where the dry bone heads are, looks like they're safe zones. It was a little jittery there. Kind of thought I was going to snap back around for a second. Alright, we're done here. Dampé's grave didn't have Dampé, strangely enough. He might not be dead yet in this timeline. That does happen 7 years in the future, after all. I gotta go to Shadow Temple. Convenient shock pad to get me there. No, I don't want these yet. I don't even know what those are supposed to be used for at this point. Oh, found it. Raba's back, and he's got another Jiggy. You had to just come into this game. You couldn't stay in just Banjo Kazooie, huh? Well, just like an actual Kazooie, I'll just take this myself. Why do I keep on letting this happen? You really should close your palm. What is this? Oh, it's Turok 2. Nice. There are a lot of good things about the Turok games. What do we got here? First hint, slam into the monkey's coin to awaken the crocodile. You don't hear that every day. Yeah, because it's such a random line. Second, Impa's house holds the secret to Dry Bones Valley. Got that, so we're good. And 3, do you remember where Link learned the Sun Song? Maybe you can learn something there too. Well, that's actually the next thing I was gonna check out. So it's perfect timing. Why is it raining in here, by the way? This is a cave. It can't rain in caves, can it? Did we just have like holes up in the ceiling? No, it just like popped out of existence. Nice. Yeah, unfortunately no Shadow Temple in this. I mean, I get it. I do think there will be a lot more dungeons like that, to be fair, going forward. Where you just see like a glimpse of it, but maybe not go inside, because making entire dungeons for a game like this would have been probably a lot more work. Especially with the structure of Banjo Kazooie. It might have been kind of hard on the scope. I guess this is where I learned how to fly. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun, give peaceful rest to living dead. It's over, Banjo. There's nobody sane left in this game. Everybody's a critic. Well, have you seen those pads in Hyrule Field? The ones with the ocarinas on them? You got it. Those are Sun Song pads. If you stand on them and press the A button, you can swap them day to night or vice versa. Okay, Smarty Pants, so what about that flight disc that just lit up? Oh yeah, you can use that too. Seems like this adventure is getting interesting. I like how the flight was just the afterthought. No, it is more important to learn how to change time of day. And not literally being able to fly. I don't know if this is worth it, but... it only costs 1 feather to get the golden feather. What's in here? I seen that for a split second. Oh, I know what that is. I just don't remember what the game is called right now. Oh, it was that weird, like, horror kind of game on N64. I just don't remember its name off the top of my head. Yeah, Dry Bone Valley being Shadow Temple. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because of where it links up with. You still get some of the theming here and there, at least, for some of the temples, even if you can't get in it. So I appreciate at least the effort of trying to keep the world coherent. Camera. Thank you. Now, get off the ceiling. One dungeon adapted itself to an entire level. Difficult. Well, I'll be using my puzzle brain for that. It helps I've been playing a decent amount of Zelda as of late, between indie and real. But I think I have an idea what temple that might be based on the word difficult. We'll see that in due time. I don't want to actually know. That wasn't an invitation for that one. Just in case. What are we supposed to use the speech use for, though? Oh, no, I already did it. Never mind. Brain fart. I was thinking there was supposed to be a door. Because I was thinking of this, like, natural door puzzle to get in the church in actual Kazooie. Although there might still be something like that. This door looks suspicious. Oh, I think I know what they mean by the monkey coin now, because I saw something out of the corner of my eye. That's definitely not a part of Kakariko normally. Because I don't remember the Diddy Kong statue in Kakariko and Ocarina of Time. Maybe my copy was just the one that was missing it. I don't know. Yeah, but how far the modding scene has come for Ocarina of Time over the years and just the power of Ace, I wouldn't be shocked if someone can legit put a Diddy Kong statue in Kakariko. In the actual game. Not just ROM hack. Oh, there's a Jiggy, so I need to get in this building. I just had to hear the whole thing. I love the banjos in the song, in particular. I want to read the rest of that, but I don't know if I can first person here. Okay, I can. Kakariko pizza. Fat, oils, and grease. 100% guarantee. I don't know if I'm going to get any satisfaction out of that heart attack. The Mario 64 version of this has all dungeons, even smaller ones like Training Ground. That's interesting. I've heard that's a pretty meaty game by comparison because of just, yeah, it has a lot more dungeon stuff. I didn't realize it had all the dungeons, though. What is that supposed to be in the air? I think that's supposed to be a honeycomb that's in the well, but the icon's up here for some reason. Oh, there's a member token over there. Might have to try the Mario 64 one at some point in the future. Just because, again, I've heard a lot about it over the years, and it seems interesting. I've always wanted to play both that and this crossover when they both came out, but it was during an era where N64 emulation was not great. I do wish, though, with all the advancements we've seen with the PC recomp and decomp stuff for Mario 64, that some ROM hacks would be converted into the PC ports, but that hasn't happened yet. I would love to see that. I know RetroArch is like the main way of playing now with like Parallel Launcher for Mario stuff. It's much better than it used to be, but it's still not perfect. Nice. I don't know how you're supposed to get up here, but that's how I get up here. Wait a minute, there's a secret game. Hey, it's Banjo Tooie. That is not the Banjo Tooie box art, though, because those characters are too close. It's like a modified version of the box art. I don't have Beak Bomb, so I'm not able to hit anything yet. But I do see another molehill, so gee, I wonder if we get Beak Bomb. It's that or the stupid, like, wading boots. It's like the only powers left. That flight pad is crooked. Time for some action with my devastating Beak Bomb attack. Thank God it's not the boots. I think that's the final move in the whole game. Because if I remember correctly, I don't think wading boots are in this at all. Try not to crash into anything valuable or, you know, die. Speaking of, have some energy. You now learned all the moves in the game. Yeah, that's the final move. So I'm now all good. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to use that flight path to get up to the first one I used, but I think my way was cooler. I can't see, though, from here. If I can climb... No, I can't climb out the other side. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I will use this flight pad after all. Sorry, 1 star. Gee, that's a lot of stars. Yeah, I did notice that too. That's a K. Rool coin from, you know, his own game on the SNES. That's only fitting. Collect so many of those in Diddy's Kong Quest. I really wish that just worked. I don't think there's anything else in the sky. Like, this is weird, but this glow is just a bug. Because you get close to it, it's gone, so it's a honeycomb. It's just in the water. Really odd that that's showing up all the way up on the skybox. Well, I guess we're not lowering the Song of Storms anytime soon. That guy ain't here. He's wise. Just don't be here, and nobody destroys your hopes and dreams. Alright, this is the back entry to Dampé's grave. This is where you'd go to get to the room where you get hookshot, but it's only an exit. And here it's just for a memo token. Oh, you can climb this. Okay. Well, I guess there's nowhere else to go but up. No, 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 stop. Just keep on jumping off of every little thing in here, apparently. Alright, final note. And I hear him somewhere here. That should be our final Jinjo in this area too, which will give me my final Jiggy. And there he is, just in the corner. There you go. That's all 10. And let's just confirm, because I should have everything now, right? No, I'm missing a honeycomb. Okay, so I got everything but the one honeycomb then. Where am I missing the honeycomb, I wonder? Well, while I'm here, let me go into this building. So we can... Why are you bigger? I guess you finished your potion. That must be the only thing that happened in between. Do you have a honeycomb now? Stop spitting at the paintings. And that's our next area opened up, Death Mountain. I'm not ready to go there yet because I am missing one collectible here. I got everything but the honeycomb, so it shouldn't take that long. Just gotta figure out where did I not get a honeycomb. Can't go into House of Skulltula, that's just off limits. Can't go into this building. A lot of the houses in this we can't go into. That already rules out a lot of places to search. Got the one up in the air. That's the only one we unlocked, funny enough. Potion shop's off. No, don't do that. I'm just trying to change the camera angle. Surprised this is not a sloped roof. I missed something maybe in Graveyard, I wonder? What else would be in the Graveyard, though? It's the only thing I'm not 100% sure on. Let me just double check. I don't think I can get in Dampé's house in this. Nice face of the wall. Yeah, Dampé's house looks... Yeah, that's not a breakable door. It would be darker if it was breakable. Did they do the Sunsong grave here? Well, they did this. That's not the same. I never went in here, apparently. Maybe this is where I missed it, then. Yeah, sure enough, it's just in the grave, because that's where you get a heart piece. I thought I got them all, but I must have just missed that just barely. Well, that's now 100%, so now we got everything in Kakariko. Just to confirm, there's all notes, all the Jiggies, all the honeycombs, and at this point in the game, I've now gotten to a point where I have not seen any other area, really. I've seen some of it in videos at most, but this is the last area in the game I've played up to this point. So going forward, everything else is going to be new territory for me to explore. But I want to go back to Banjo's house in the beginning and take a look at what that treasure chest was that we opened up. So I'm going to go back there. I'll use probably a save warp, because I want to turn off the egg shooting mod, as I said before. It is kind of screwing up a little too much on cutscenes and transformations. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to use this opportunity now to take a break. So with that said, I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're playing more of this Jiggies of Time game, and looks like our next destination is going up Death Mountain. So with that said, stay tuned. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Alright, we're back, and now we are continuing on here with our Jiggy of Time adventure back into Banjo's house. So I took the liberty, turned off the egg shooting mod because it was kind of screwing up a little bit too much of cutscene stuff, mainly. And now we're just back to standard old aiming. We can't shoot. But save warping put us back at home so we can jump into this chest that we unlocked. And here, got a whole bunch of doors. But it looks like they are warp points. So this takes us anywhere in the game we've already been, or at least the areas we unlocked. I know there's Death Mountain's there. We got a question mark here, 882. That must be probably one of the final areas I've had to bet. A lot of notes we need to see. Okay, 7 and 6 are both 450, so they must be the interchangeable worlds. You know, the either or, probably, just like actual Banjo Kazooie setup. But what's in the chest? Oh, an extra life. Unfortunately, I have to reset my game to come here, so I can use the extra life. I want to explore outside, so I'm going to go to Castletown, which will take me back to the Hyrule Field. Because now that we have the ability to fly, we should be able to jump on these jump panels now, because I imagine that's what they are coding-wise. But we can jump on these graves and flip-flop between day and night. And sure enough, it's now nighttime. Oh, I love the sword and shield. That's supposed to be a Stalfos. That looks so goofy with how he walks. Oh, this is Twilight Princess music. This is the TP nighttime song, because there's no night music in actual Ocarina. I always liked the TP night rendition, so hearing it in this game is a really nice touch, especially because of the N64 sound font. It really works for the song. Oh, we got ghosts. That's supposed to be the pose of this world, but the skull head doesn't really help with that. What is that up there? Is that Grunty? Or is that a note? I can't tell what's in that window. It's a thing in general. Let me see if I can do a first person. Oh, well, there's the moon. Oh, it's another dude. That's what it is. Well, first, let's see what Grunty says. Yellow shorts, blue pack. So obscene, don't you think? You look better in green. Nice. I'm gonna take the game feed here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go. I have to unlock it. We're gonna look in the game feed to see what this thing is in the window, because I can barely make the do it out. I'm gonna set the automatic, not stretch, so we can actually see this better. Oh, this is gonna be great for me. There you go. So you can obviously see the moon out there in the distance from MM. And yet another random guy from GoldenEye just kind of looking out the window at me. It's like, hey, how's it going? No way I'm seeing that without a zoom of some kind, so yeah, I'm having to cheat for that. I see note door there. How many notes was that? Is that 450? Yeah, we don't have enough. But then there's this way that's opened. Yeah, TV night music is so good. It's a song you hear a lot in the game. For better and for worse, I guess, because of the Poe hunting. Oh, there's Ocarina of Time. That's the PAL box art. Because our box art isn't like that, but I remember Europeans got the black background with the golden logo. Which is, in a way, a lot better than what we got here in the States. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's go in here, because this area is open now. It literally has an open sign on it, kind of telling us to go into the specific area. So, what did I turn Lon Lon Ranch into? Looks like Witchy World before Witchy World. Because this is an amusement park of some kind. Man, Lon Lon really went downhill. In these trying times when you need money, right? Oh, it's even a remix of the Lon Lon Ranch, too. This is a full level, isn't it? Because that's the Jinjo. No? What the heck? There are not any Jinjos in Grunty's lairs. How does this work coding-wise? Oh, that's what you mean with the limbo thing. I get what you're saying now. The laughing. I didn't even notice that, to be fair. Nope, wrong one. Are you even a real Jinjo? Oh dear God, you are. Wait, where'd I get the orange one? I feel like I need to go in Bottle's Blind Maze. I feel blind. Can we get out of here? Let's find a new adventure with HD graphics. Hang on, because we're using that mod. Just want to see the next area. Careful what you wish for, Kazooie. Because you might get realistic looking Banjo. And after I saw the realistic Star Fox cast, I don't think we need realistic Banjo. Oh, he look like a fairy? Say you didn't need help, so scram. Oh, this is tutorial bottles. Why? As the main character. That's it. Yeah, this is tutorial bottles. He wants to erase my file now. Why is that the molehill that's here? Oh, great. This is the stinking maze from Majora's Mask, where it would normally push up the wall around you so you can see where you're going, but they took it literal with the blind maze comment because I don't know where to go. This is just hug the wall. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate all of this. We're gonna be here for a while. Because this is just the equivalent of running around on a wall and holding your hand on it to try to find the exit. Oh, this is dumb. Yeah, I never remember what the skeletons are in Banjo. I always just called them skeletons because I never remember their names. To be fair, some enemy names are pretty easy to remember and some not so much. That's what the enemy cast is for at the end. It depends on the game because I have like this weird habit of remembering some enemies and others not so much. Oh dear God, where am I going? Apparently that's a new path. Okay, so I guess I gotta go here to the right. I go down. It's like any tell for this? Oh, this is literally just trial and error. Oh God, you had to tease me like that, really? Literally right there. This is why you cheat in this game in Majora's Mask, by just rolling over the walls before they jump up. Because this maze everybody hates. But it's worse when you literally can't see it. Okay, the eggs are kind of a tell, because you can use those to hit walls. So I can maybe use those if I wasn't rubbing my face against everything. The one nice thing about this maze is after this playthrough, you're gonna know where to go, because it's probably gonna be the same pattern every time you play this game. It's not randomized. That's like the one saving grace, but this playthrough's gonna suck. The worst part is I gotta find my way out of here too. So I gotta do this again on the way out. I feel like it's supposed to go all the way around the room and then probably work your way into the center from here. If I had to bet. Fingers getting tired of holding down the trigger just to run. Oh, come on, I'm right there. Just one out. Banjo one out. Oh, thank God. Thank God. But I have to do all this again. I vote no. Just a quick save warp. No, thank you. I'm good. I don't need to do that terror again. This is the one case I probably should have left on the return warp. What was it again? It's called... It's like right here. Here we go. Exit the lair. I should have... Whoa, what was that? That was weird. I should have had exit the lair on, but the reason I turned this mod off is that it doesn't work correctly for anything that's not original Banjo Kazooie. I experienced that with this for a bit, where exit the lair warped me literally everywhere else in the game, which included the final area. So I turned it off so we wouldn't just warp between worlds just by clicking a button. That's a little too game breaking. I think in that case, return from the lair, I think would have just put me back maybe in Kakariko or in Kokiri Forest. Like, it would not have taken me back out the Hyrule Field, which is supposed to. Alright, so we're done with the maze. Thank God. I have to get the... Yeah, I gotta get the Jinjos again. I don't even know where I got the one Jinjo at this point, to be fair. Was it? I think it was underwater, wasn't it? I don't know if I can get them all now, to be fair, so maybe I shouldn't be going for the Jinjos yet. Alright, what do you got? 10 Jiggies are located in Hyrule. 7 are in this park. Wow. As we are 3, why not visit Bottle's museum and get some hints? I'm surprised I put so many of the Jiggies just here. I'm pretty sure I saw a Jinjo leaving the carnival. Yeah, that's the one outside. 3, somewhere a map of Bottle's maze is hidden. It'd be difficult to read if you're playing on original hardware. Nostalgia of low resolution. So, the Great Gruntilda's foes are Bear and Bird. Oh, pitiful. Oh, we got this speech already. I can't move, so that's the funny thing to get this again. So that maze apparently had a solution somewhere, but I just brute forced it. Oops. Didn't know that, but that's how I brute forced the Kakariko one as well, to be fair. I never needed the solution when I first played that. Whoa, what a warp. I don't think I can get up there from here. Just slightly too high, I think. Which I don't know how I'm supposed to get the Mumbo token otherwise. That's just a token. Well, this Jiggy's just locked in jail. Hate to see it. If I need a star switch, I'll open it up. What was this? Climb tower. Hope we don't fall. Someone did, apparently. Yeah, ugh. Would hate to be whoever fell here. There's even skulls, too. It's not just blood. Bones everywhere. I think I was supposed to land on that bottom peg, but... First try. Get me out of here. Wait, the exit just took me back down here. All right, well that was redundant. All right, oh, I could have just jumped down, but that was technically safer. What is this? Oh, it's the minecart. Okay, I thought that was an actual person for a second. The handle didn't spawn in yet, so it just looked like a big belly. Expecting that just to be Wubba. Alright, can I ride this? Or is it... Yeah, it's not gonna move. I don't know if there's a switch for this. We'll leave it for now. Oh, speaking of switches. Can I make that? Oh, I think I'm supposed to have running shoes for that. Yeah, there's no way you make that in 20 seconds. Well, actually, wait a minute. I need to try something. For those of you who are here for the washing machine only run we did, like, what, about 2 months ago at this point? You might know what's coming. Until you find some faster feet. Yep, they expect feet shoes for this. Zelda's look, I'll take, and pretty I'll be. Yeah, okay. It's gonna work. Oh, should I get the Jiggy like this? This feels kind of dirty. I won't get the Jiggy. I'm just gonna go past it. It's just to prove the point. Yep, you can get it. Oh, no, hang on, cheat protection. It's shut. Timer's still ticking, but the gate's shut. Do they actually have cheat protection on that? Because it was closing in real time, not by the timer. I would actually be impressed if they had put cheat protection on that. Yeah, it's more ketchup. Ooh. I'm gonna do the pause trick again because something doesn't feel right about that. I feel like I was supposed to be able to get that. Can it? Thank you. I need to see if this does have cheat protection because that shouldn't have shut. So for those of you who are unaware of this glitch, in the original Banjo Kazooie on N64, because I believe this is 1.0 exclusive, if you pause and unpause, then the timer actually pauses along with you, and it takes a moment to restart. So you can just infinitely pause the game like this to delay the timer. This was patched in the 360 version. This no longer works. It's shut. You can't get that. It has cheat protection. I'm legit shocked. So I do need the running shoes after all. They gotta be nearby that switch. I'm just impressed they found a way. Like, how did Cargo Mods actually make it so that you can't get that without running shoes? You're wrecked. Now, excuse me while I get that Mumbo token. Oh, there they are. The Jinjo. And I did see over here there's a chest, but how do I get to it? I don't see a shock pad anywhere. There's no tree like actual Ocarina. Oh, I see now. There's another fake Jiggy. There's been a fake Jiggy, excuse me, in every level. I'm surprised. I just love all like the subtle remixes they're putting in these songs. Like there's multiple songs in this melody. It's not just Lon Lon. Like legitimately, just the music choice for this is really good for world building. And there's a lot of Witchy World here, which is not a surprise. This is just Witchy World, but in a mod and not Banjo Kazooie. I'm gonna save the Wonder Wings because I'm running out of gold feathers. Jiggy farted. Oop, couldn't hold it in, I guess. That's disgusting. Alright, so the only one I'm missing now is purple, because the orange Jinjo we know is outside. So let me get this Jiggy now. Now that we know it's cheat protected. Really? Do you think we'll get Banjo 3 someday? Oh, this is topical. Knowing our luck could be a mobile game full of loot boxes. This was during the era where loot boxes were still being questioned in games and studios were still being taken to court. I guess that makes sense. But it is topical because there was some memo, I think, that came out recently about Microsoft and some of the things they're thinking of maybe redoing or bringing back and such, and Banjo Kazooie was a thing talked about. So fans have their hopes, thinking maybe we can get a new Banjo game at some point. I would like to see it. I just don't know how it would look, because Rareware now is not the same Rare as they were back when, you know, even Nuts and Bolts came out. Like, that whole team has moved on, now they're Playtonic. So, I don't know how a new Banjo would play at all, based on the current talents that we have at Rare. And that's even if it was still Rare that would make it. Because Microsoft's own the IP, they could just put it to any other studio. Who knows, but it'd be an entirely different thing, that's for sure. Not full of loot boxes, probably. I guess it's supposed to be for this jump. Oh, well, there's the other Jinjo. Speaking of Playtonic, there was a rumor, or I guess now it's more of a leak. They kind of hinted at it with a social post, and it looks like we're probably going to get a kart racer next from Playtonic. The kart racer year was last year, guys. You kind of missed the memo. But kart racer... Stop! Kart racer ukulele. I don't know how to feel about that. I kind of need to see it in motion to really know. I cannot get that jump. But I think like a store listing's even already shown up. Like, this week has kind of been like the worst kept secret week because a lot of things got leaked early. Oh, it's Zelda! Help me, please. Help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. Wrong game, lady. Oops. Alright, carry on. No Zelda in this title. She's just a figment of her imagination. I'll get the Jinjo on the way out, because I can keep on climbing. Something tells me this will be a Jiggy. So I'm going to continue going up. That was nerve-wracking. Got it. Oh, barely got it. Alright, I was told there were 7 Jiggies here. We got 5, so I'm missing 2. Where would the other Jiggies be in this place, though? That's the one thing I wonder. So I kind of looked everywhere here in Lon turned corporate, so I don't know where else to look. I should just sell the license to Nintendo. I'm not doing anything with the Banjo IP. Yeah, selling it off to any studio, really. I know Nintendo would be the big one that makes a lot of sense. I don't know if Nintendo would be interested. That's like the one thing, but I would hope they would be. I know Microsoft just has a bad tendency of just holding a firm grasp on whatever they buy, because there's so many things they own and haven't done anything in years. But it's just like to boost up their catalog of games, which doesn't make any sense. I'm not falling normal for this. I will literally die. Yeah, I didn't know where I was gonna fall. That is a easy way to game over. So I'm just gonna do the ground pound trick. But no, I would like to see a new game in this franchise at some point. Again, that was a rumor thing that kind of leaked out, I think, from a memo from Microsoft that they might consider looking at some of their LPs again, like with Banjo and such, because they flat out name dropped them. So I'd like to see it, but I just don't have much hope. Microsoft is trying to do more things in the customer's favor, though, so who knows? New management has really turned things around just a few months that she's been the new CEO of the gaming division, at least. I need to see, can I, like, land here? Oh, come on. You can't grab the ladder again when you jump off. Okay, you can, but it just wasn't letting me for some reason. I have to just do it from the dive. It's gonna be really dumb, but I'm gonna have to keep on trying this. And it's best to keep on doing the ground pound trick so I just don't eat it. This is like the one Jiggy I don't like in Witchy World as well in Banjo Tooie because of the same problem. You fall too high and you die, and this is like the highest point of level. But this is like 10 times that height. Can't even see the thing from here. There we go. A little extra pausing there just to make sure I line up with the barrel. So I'm missing one more Jiggy here then, because I was told 7. But I haven't even found the note yet. Like, I was told there was a note somewhere for the bottles maze, and I haven't found that. It might not be in the park, to be fair. It could be somewhere else in the world. Let me just look around here just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Lost child. Oh, he died. Is that supposed to be a Mario and Luigi reference, though? Yeah, it is. Red hat. Green hat. Oh god, Mario's dead. That's why I haven't gotten a new 3D game in, like, years. That's another thing I would like to see at some point. A new 3D Mario. But who knows when that's gonna happen. I think, what was it, an interview came out the other day, and Miyamoto said he's excited for a new one. Like, well, that's the most blanket statement of all time. Even the rest of the world. Oh, that's disgusting. It makes sound when you step on it. Let me go get the Jinjo. I think would the Jinjo count for one of the Jiggies in here? Because if it does, then that would be 7. I'm not 100% sure though if it counts. For now, I'm gonna get a move on anyways. I can come back later if I did miss a single Jiggy there. Because I got more things to get in the field. Because then I don't know if the Jinjo one counts for that area or just Hyrule Field as a whole. It's hard to say. What is this? Leaf. Dude, this put in like the worst spot because the plant's in your way. Oh, Purple Triangle. Nice reference back to one of the game's rare made in the NES. Alright, let me explore field, because I was told 3 Jiggies out here. And I see a red ghost, so maybe he's special. Probably a hint. Use Wonder Wing. Okay, I don't know what the point of the special ghost was then. Sure. Still going here, right? Oh, and it respawns. That's kind of weird. think it's the only time I've seen a ghost respawn in the Banjo games. The enemies don't respawn normally. They do in Tooie, but oh, what the heck? Okay. Suddenly day. I didn't expect that. Let's make it night again, because I wasn't done. I don't know what you're gonna say, but probably the same thing about, I don't know, losing again. Oh, another thing in the water. Oh, it's Pokemon Blue. Of course Pokemon Blue is in the water. Blastoise use drowning. It's very effective. I wouldn't say super effective because it's technically a water type, so that not make any sense. Apparently it's day again. I keep on triggering daytimes. To be fair, I don't know where else we're supposed to go right now in the night section, so it's probably best to continue in day. Can you pound that? Okay, good. I don't think I've ever used a ground pound on one of those rocks. Oh, no hidden grottos? Not my true lake passage here. Zora's River. I know my Zelda games. Clans look so demonic with that color scheme. Oh, come on, that should have been a Jiggy, because that leads normally to a piece of heart. Hey, it's Smash Bros. Why is everyone drowning now? Oh, it's Mumbo Token. I was wondering what was down here, because that whip crack of Vine was telling you there was something there. I need to find the painting for this, because I don't know how else I'm getting into Zora's Domain. There's not a way around the waterfall here. Like, that would just work in normal Ocarina, but not here. Like the little feathers here and there in the water. That's signifying where rupees could be normally. I wish it was this easy to jump up here in actual Ocarina. If you miss jumping over here with a Cucco, you're just not getting up the sledge. I can get another life, but I don't need it. I'm already at 9. Alright, let's go see if we can find the Zora's Domain painting, because it looks like we're supposed to go here next, based on how many notes that we have. And sure enough, here's another note door. 350? I gotta go back to night, probably. I gotta be careful going in these loading zones, because every loading zone so far has just turned it back to day. See if there's anything on the trees at night. Nothing. Man, trees have nothing. I don't see any way of getting up there, so I don't know how you get the Mumbo token. Not like I need it. Wonder if you can actually jump up top of the closed bridge here. That'd be actually interesting, if you can. Want to see if Yuka and Laylee are free after this? Yeah, about that. They're probably busy with a kart racer, apparently. They totally stole our look. Bitter. Oh, I like them. That sounded like a dig more at just like how people did not like the first game at all. And then turned around when the replay version came out. Nah, I can't jump up there, I figured. Hey, I'm one of those few that thought original Yooka-Laylee was pretty good. I think a lot of people just didn't understand what they were getting at the time. Which I don't understand, because they were pretty clear that it was going to play like Banjo Kazooie, a very heavy collectathon. And then people complained it was a very heavy collectathon. What did you expect? I don't want to go back there. I feel like there should be a thing I do here at night. Oh, that's daylight. It's interesting. Not like I need to go in this hole anyways, because that was just for cack. I guess I have to go to Death Mountain because I can't find anything else to do out here. That is technically our fourth world, but trying to see if I can explore any more of Hyrule before we went to Death Mountain. I did not realize the tournament only had one eye. What in the world is this even supposed to be? No enemy I could think of in Ocarina looks like that. That thing is terrifying. That's supposed to be one of the Skulltulas, maybe? Maybe it's supposed to be a Skull. Oh, no, it's a Tektite. Because this area has Tektite. That makes more sense. Why was there a Tektite in Kakariko? I might as well Dungeon 2. Yeah, I like the idea of a lot of different areas in Ocarina's world just being a proper level. That's a very good way of handling just... Oh, I need a small thing. It's probably a transformation. It's a good way of handling all the different locations like this in a Banjo format. That felt like that should have been way more than just a heart drop. Wait, what? I can't break that open? That looks like a breakable door. Oh, that's also not a way to go. Okay, this area has like nothing, surprisingly. Just a hole. There's Jinjo. This has got to be breakable, right? Now, why is the camera stuck on Dodongo's mouth? Thank you. There you go. I was right. So why wasn't I opening the other door then? I'll go back and check that in a minute. Hitbox on these doors must be really weird. Yeah, it's like right in the middle in particular. I had a feeling. I don't know how to get to that ledge though. Oh, Bryntilda. Well, that's kind of early. Alright, first up, falling lava hides many secrets. I know exactly what she's talking about, too. It's obscure knowledge in this dungeon. Second, you should go and check to see if King Dodongo is still alive. And finally, remember the location of the lone red feather. Okay, I don't know if I've seen that. But it has to have something important. Yeah, I wasn't hitting the center of the door. That's why I'm gonna go back for the other door in question. That does lead to Dodongo. Oh, I barely made that jump. It's fitting that's just a Mumbo token, because that's just a skull token normally. Interesting touch, you gotta keep on breaking doors to go through this place. That's the same as opening the doors in the actual dungeon. Alright, so how many of you knew that this lava had a secret passage? How many of you knew that in actual Ocarina? Because it's the most pointless hole in the whole game, probably. It has like, what, 3 hearts, if that? It's not used for anything at all. It's just so out of place. Hence why it does obscure knowledge. Because nobody knows about that. I think the only use that might have is maybe in a randomizer. If you like randomize drops, I think those could be random items. Interesting, there's no room on the right, so I guess I just go through this door. Oh, it's just Jiggy, okay. So this whole section of the dungeon over here doesn't exist. It's a very long hallway. Oh, but it just takes me over here. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be... Oh, it's the ground pound. It looked like with the low resolution, like a mouth. So I'm supposed to ground pound where the feather is. That's what the lone feather leads to. It's a secret that you must pound. Now, I know you're already lit up, but I have to see. If they put any secrets in your eyes. The answer is no. Really gotta look around here. There's some hidden notes. Sneaking in behind the walls when you enter the room. Alright, so I'm not just dropping down to King Dodongo's lair. Oh, he definitely is not alive. He's got a Jiggy in his mouth, though. So if I can find out how to get to his boss room now, I'll get a Jiggy. That's probably what the hole's for here. So if I find a transformation that makes me small, then I can get the Jiggy. What would that be in this dungeon? We got Bombag in Castletown, so it's not gonna be Bombag again. It's gotta be like Pumpkin. But wait, no. No, the Bombag was like a pumpkin. So I don't know what else I could use. I'm trying to think of transformations they could use in this for the new skins. Maybe let's just do Bombag again. I did find it weird you got that in Castletown and not here, to be fair. Oh, hang on. Secret game. That Oracle of Ages? Looks like it. I believe Seasons was the blue box art, and Ages was red. No way I was reading what it said because of how low res it was. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How is that going through the whip? Oh, I see that. I don't want to break this immediately. Something tells me I need the chest, and then I can get the honeycomb. If I broke this... Oh, you can still get it. Okay. So, not like how Banjo Kazooie sometimes handle these honeycomb pieces. Like, I immediately think of one of the first ones in the game you can get. On, like, Mumbo's Mountain. And you can miss it if you destroy all the totem poles. I like how the whole right side here you can't go through just because of this. But there is a hole, so I will be coming back here. I must have to go into Goron City then to get my transformation. I never found how to get into that room, did I? That doesn't make any... Yeah, how do you get in there? Because I went the normal way in this dungeon, and it didn't loop to the switch room there. It just went up to the second floor. And that must be what I need the transformation for. I'm really liking this rendition of the Dark World theme from Link to the Past. That is one of my favorite songs from any Zelda game. Dark World's so good. For years, actually, when I was running my USB loader channel on my Wii from Homebrew, I had a custom song play on it, and it was the Lost World remix from Smash Brawl. It's just such a good song. Dude, this looks so trippy. Because of how I'm moving with the lava current, it just doesn't look right. Looks like I was going the wrong direction at first. I don't think I'm supposed to get in here yet. But I'm here now. You ain't stopping this. Oh, there's another small hole. So I do get the transformation around this area. I would have liked the mod to maybe change that up. Not put an enemy in there. Just put something else in there that would have been worse. Maybe a different enemy. What is this? Is that Battletoads? Sure is. That's the Nest one in particular. Can I make that jump? No, that's way too far. Imagine. I don't know if I need to, though, because this might just take me around to the bridge. Oh, this is where I got that Jiggy, isn't it? Kind of? No, it's not the same area. Am I in a problematic spot? I wasn't supposed to jump over that wall. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I should be able to get out, I hope. Oh yeah, there's just a ladder. Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way I get stuck in here. This game has done a really good job making sure you don't get yourself stuck in an area. So that would be weird if that was the first instance of that. I need a lot of small backtracks, I see. Now I'm nervous. If we fall in the lava, all these notes we got are kaput. No, they're not. Don't worry. I got the mod on. If you fall in the lava, you appear in the beginning of the level. But you keep all the notes. Oh, that's a good touch. That would have been punishing otherwise. So falling in the lava isn't that much of a punishment. It's just a time waster. Oh god. Oh, I see how you're actually supposed to get into that camp. I did kind of take a shortcut, though. So I ain't complaining about my way. Let's look before we jump. Yeah, I'm glad I did. Oh, and this loops back around into the village, so this sounds supposed to get up here. That's the final hut, which gives me my Jiggy. So now I gotta find the transformation, because I think that's the next thing I need. There's so many things in here that are locked behind small holes, so I definitely need the transformation. This feels like it could be Mumbo's hut, but I can't open it. Literally tried every combination just to make sure it wasn't crazy. That is true. Yeah, there are 2 dungeons here normally, because you got the one for Child, Dodongo's Cavern, and then you have Fire Temple. Which I wonder, because we already seen DC, are we going to see Fire Temple in this? Or is it just not going to be an area we can access? At least maybe seeing the inside of the actual mountain, right? Hey, look. They're doing the glitch. SRM was in front of us this whole time. No one knew it. Because the glitch makes you hold nothing above your head. That's the joke. The 5 people who probably haven't seen the Ocarina runs nowadays. I say that only because of how popular speedrunning's become over the years. I want to try the lava thing they talked about. Yeah, I'm put back in the beginning of the area, not the level. So, that was a nice shortcut. Alright, let's go to the boulder room. Oh. Tiny little termite. So this is where I need the transformation myself, because the hole's too small. So I think I know what I'm getting. I'm gonna be a Tektite myself. Looks like I won't be able to go into a lot of different rooms here, so I can't see the big Goron that sells you Giant's Knife. Let's see if I get my own version. That'd been cool. It just would have been a bigger version of Kazooie at that point, so I could smack people with a giant bird, but she breaks after 8 hits. So in fact, she is the downgrade. I had a feeling. You can go in that pot in the actual Ocarina of Time game, but it's not a good idea to do that. You void out. Lost Woods is blocked off. Well, this is where Mumbo is, so... Transformation time. He's taking the place of Darmani. Why did it get stuck in the air? That was weird. I guess the banners have some weird hitboxes on them. No reason why that gets stuck. I gotta check on his rafters, because you never know what's up here. Why am I blue? Tektite useful spell. You can blend in with other Tektites. Aren't they all red? Mumbo pretty sure they're colorblind. Maybe. Well, you can also climb steep slopes. You idiot. How do you know they're colorblind? They're gonna know I'm a blue Tektite a mile away. I am technically a better version of the Tektite, though, because reds are the weakest. Blue Tektites are the strongest in Ocarina of Time. Fun fact, there was actually supposed to be a red Tektite in Majora's Mask, but it was scrapped at some point in development. Nice backpack and... Hey, you're not red! You're blue, traitor! Soldier in the bunker! Protect the Jiggy at all costs. There's a bunker? I'm going in. Thank you, idiot. I knew they weren't gonna be confused. Your skin is blue. What are you, a Smurf? Really? At least I don't look like a boiled lobster. You tell him, Kazooie. No, we're just out here smurfing. This is a Smurf account. They won't know I'm the pro Tektite player. This is a maze, man. What in the world? I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, well, there's Diddy's Conquest. Found everything that's not the way out. I think I've been this way, right? I don't know. No, I have not. Oh God. It is complicated. So I'm there. That's the entrance down below. And there's an actual exit. Wow, this is a giant maze. Why did they make this so big? This is a little much. I guess this is how I get out of here? No, I can just walk through the front door. Why would I need to leave Goron City like this? Oh, there's my treasure. I don't know if I got all the notes. That's like the one thing I'm kind of concerned about. I don't know if I want to go back through all that, though. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the back entrance. Okay. Oh, I hope I got all the notes. That's gonna be a pain if I didn't, because I missed like one note. I gotta go through that whole mess again. I feel like I went through every door, though. I shouldn't have missed anything. I hate it. I have to do another pass to make sure. I feel like I didn't go through like one cave. I think I did actually clear this all. That would be good, but also I am wasting my time. Oh, that's a secret. Okay, so I think that's clear. Thought I get out of this section here. Oh, there's a loop guy. I'm just gonna leave. I think I'm good in that section, so I'm gonna just go off the idea I didn't miss a note and hope that's actually true. Alright, where do we begin in this section? Because there are so many different things I need termite for. Can't clear it. Can't clear it. Oh, wow, that's a long fall. I'm trying not to leave, Mumbo. That wasn't my purpose. Thank God the fire doesn't hurt. Alright, let's go pay a visit to the king himself. See how he's doing nowadays. This is a very long tunnel. Holy crap. There's the king. He on a... like a spike? What it kind of looks like, actually. I think you get on his tail and climb up from there. But I have a feeling you missed that jump, then you might just die. Yeah, this is real lava, so I can't miss the jump. Oh, that sucks. Who's ready for another minute walk back? Oh, this is gonna take forever. I know how I'm leaving the room now. Because I'm not gonna do this tunnel a third time. So long and tedious. This is why after I get my Jiggy, I'm just gonna take a dip in the lava. There we go. Now, is there anything else on KD? No. Okay. Drink time. Now I need to go all the way around so I can get the last thing here a termite can do. And where... I haven't found it yet, but where's that lone feather in question? It might be near the beginning area of Death Mountain Trail. Ah, crap. 'Cause I don't know if I've seen like a lone feather. I've seen like red feathers around other items. I don't know if I've seen one by itself. The one time I actually get to move faster is because I'm going down a slope. Ah, that's how you get to this guy. Makes sense. It's the only thing we weren't able to do in here. So, sure. Kind of weird how that room normally is just something you get to on the first floor, but in this mod, you have to get into that room from the second floor. Well, that should be everything in this area, right? I don't think I missed anything else. This area did tell me 2 ground pound the lone feather, so I think that's supposed to be the hint for out here. I hope it's not a hint for in there. Alright, now we gotta get to the other 2 holes. There's something up on the climb to Death Mountain itself, and then there's one in the village, like those 2 hole areas we need to go to. I just don't know how I'm gonna get to the village. That's way too far to jump for the termite, so I can't make it from the bridge. I don't know if I can actually go from here either, because this might also be a situation where I might not be able to climb up, because that has a Jiggy in there. So I need to get on this ledge. That's why we took the termite all the way over here. But I don't think he gets up this ledge. So how do I get termite over here? That must be the hole from that village. It must lead to around this section, by the bet. Dude, this is unfair. My head clips through the door. Just let the rest of me in. Oh, I didn't even see this whole path. Well, I can't get to this stuff as termite. Just gotta figure out how to get to the village. That's my next destination. If I can get this little like village area here, then I should be able to actually make progress. Nope, you just can't make that. How do I get my transformation over there? Mumbo, I know, I'm not trying to leave. Maybe I should technically transform back for now. Now, seeing that other path, I might need to go the other pathway, and maybe that opens a way up. Like, I think I might need this door opened. Yeah, I'm gonna transform back in the Baron Bird. And then we'll go back to termite again later. I was trying not to transform back and forth, but I think I need to. Oh, is it just for a Jiggy? That's not what I was hoping for. So, there's one more Jiggy left and 5 notes. Did I also get the other honeycomb? I think I'm missing a honeycomb. Yeah. I'm still looking for that lone feather, but I might have collected it without even knowing it. Well, that's gonna make this part a little bit harder if that's the case. I could reset the level now because I have Nice. I have a way of coming back in here with all the things still collected. The only thing I would have needed to recollect would have been Jinjos. I think I might have to do that, because I don't know about the Lone Feather, and I might have collected it. So I think it's better safe than sorry. Go back to CAC real quick, which will reload this area. And all the things are back to where they were. So let me just be a little more careful what I collect, so I don't accidentally grab a feather in question. This right here, what I'm doing is why... Oh, come on, dude. Really? I'm just gonna Wonder Wing. Because I'm not dealing with this crap. This is why I wanted to play this on the recomp in particular, because of the note saving. That makes such a big difference. The note saving is making it so much easier for me to just kind of leave and come back, which is kind of the setup for Zelda games anyways. They're designed to play like this, so it just makes sense to have note saving. Something the mod didn't have originally when it came out on actual N64. Yeah, I need the termite for that, so I need to figure out where I'm going for that. Pathing. It has to be like a drop off here, right? Yeah, I see it. Here's the hole. So I have to get in that village somehow. I want to turn the camera so I can see around here. Check the summit. For the feather in question, I don't know if I checked that. No. That's probably how we get into the village anyways, is I need to open a switch somehow, and that's probably what the ground pound's for. I have a bet that's probably where it is. Now we're saying it out loud. Yeah, that's that I collected by accident before, so I didn't even notice. This is the feather. But this must be a switch. Or it's a door. Okay. Oh, I get it now. This is a Metroid Prime area. I was wondering, what in the heck are we in for a minute? Because this did not look like Zelda, which is kind of your dead giveaway. Oh, I can't spider ball. That's what the termite's for. I can't reach Ozo. Is there anything actually in that hole? Because that's where they sometimes put a character. I just wanted to see a random Samus. Alright, well now I know where to go. That should probably lead me into that village area, if I had to bet. So I'll go get the transformation, and then from there, we should be good to get this final Jiggy. Nice moon gravity there. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about transforming back after I'm done here. I could just leave. And as we saw before, just going near CAC, it transforms me back into the termite anyways, or Banjo Kazooie from the termite. Fortunately, there's no areas to void out here, so I'm gonna have to just make the hike. That's such a hidden thing. Like, they give you hints here and there about that hole, but it's still very easy to miss, as I demonstrated earlier. Okay, there's my other honeycomb piece. Oh, and there's Samus. She's playing Star Fox Adventures, funny enough, and not her own game. I don't care what anyone says, Star Fox Adventures is a good game. It's just not your typical Star Fox game, so that's why I got hate. Okay, so this didn't actually lead to where I expected, but that was what I needed. So now I just need that final Jiggy, which I know where to go to get it. I just don't know how to get there as Termite. How in the world do I get in this building? I thought that was gonna open a door here. Like this would be a thing that opens, but I guess that's not the case. Wait. There's no way is it that easy. Okay, I keep on forgetting L, R, and B is what skips dialogue in this game, and my L button's the right stick. Because L was not really used in Banjo Kazooie, by default just mapped to the right stick clicking, and it's a little awkward. It's used for skipping dialogue, so that's why I don't like that. Just keep on forgetting to remap it. No, not that easy. I thought maybe I can just bash my head into the door and it breaks like all the doors back in DC. But that's not the case. There's gotta be a way to open the door because I don't see how else to get the termite over here. So I gotta go back in and see if I missed. Maybe there's like a switch or something in here. Worst comes to worst, I'll just look at the dev's YouTube channel just for a quick glimpse of what to do, because I don't want to be here forever. But I do feel like there's got to be a way of opening the door, and that's the thing in question I'm missing. I don't see, if anything, how else the termite gets in here. Maybe from this section? But no, that wouldn't make any sense, because the termite has to do so much work to get over here. No, there's another hole. Okay. No, I think I'm on the right path here. Termite gets in there somehow. So there must be a thing over here that I missed. Let's go get termite. That killed me? Well, sure. The bottles lied. No, I'm sorry, buddy. The void actually does kill you. You just didn't try hard enough. I know how that actually happened. The lava is technically a void plane, so when I hit the lava, it's supposed to send me back to the entrance of the level. But when I ground pounded, I went faster. So I went past the, nice guy clipping to the floor. I fell past the void plane. Just enough so I can hit the ground with my my beak blast attack, whatever the heck that ground pound this game's called. Alright, let's go back over to the trail, because now I know where to go. It's gotta be on the, like, the right wall somewhere. Which this is a very roundabout way of getting into that village, if I'm correct on this. Oh, I've realized, because the game did technically kill me, this enemy's back, isn't it? Oh no, it's dead. Okay. So it didn't respawn the enemies, I guess. I don't see anything here. Maybe on this side. No, nothing here. So it's not on this path either. This is where I thought they would put the hole. There's a hole leading in, going all the way over here somewhere. That must be how, actually, no, that's how I get over to the Jiggy then. So where's this hole leading into the village? That's the actual thing we're looking for. It was going down. Like from here, holes in that rock going straight down. Oh dear God, it's that subtle. I could not even tell that was a crack. I think that should be a little bigger. I'm shocked I actually found it. Well, now I know where to go for the rest of this. That was kind of dumb. Perfect. Got it. Time to die. Let's make sure. Review our totals. We got everything. So all notes, jiggies, and honeycomb pieces. So we're done here. And there's nothing in this area I saw for unlocking a new world, so I guess to unlock our next painting, we gotta go back out to the field. If I wasn't zooming in the camera, I don't think I would have found that crack. It was so subtle. That's kind of the problem I have with like little holes anyways in Banjo Kazooie, because they are very hard to see at first, but they're rarely used in the game, and they're put in areas that you'll figure out there's probably a hole in there somewhere, because they put like a thing in front of it. Like I think of getting to the Cheeto book next to the Freeze Easy Peak painting. They put an ice cube right in front of a small hole, so you knew it was there. Another one was pretty easy to find because it was kind of on its own. I didn't really do that for Termite. So, in the base game, it's a lot easier to figure out. Alright, we need 7. I got 25. How did you two get this far? You're so incompetent. It's bizarre. Gonna beat the second half of this stupid mod and then kick your bony butt. That's a promise. But that's not for until later, because I think that's probably a good stopping point. I don't want to go into Zora's Domain, so I think I'll just explore more of Hyrule Field before calling it a night. And now with the door open, I can probably just take a warp there pretty easily. Oh, we can go back to Castletown, now thinking about it. Let me do that. Because now I should be able to see one of the hints for our secret level. Yeah, no real fire temple in this at all. Like, I wouldn't even say that that was the fire temple we just saw. That, like, took us over to where the Jiggy is. That you have to go higher up into the mountain itself, and we never got in the mountain. So, no fire temple, unfortunately. To be fair, we were through Lost Woods a bit, and we didn't see any Forest Temple, so I don't know if we'll see Forest either. We might. Alright, but let's transform back to the bomb bag, as we need this to go into the secret chamber. I think I have enough notes for one hint, Maybe 2 at most. I think this bomb bag is going to get used a lot, because if I have to keep on using it to get to this secret museum chamber, I'm going to be transforming a lot. Okay, one of them's open. Next to the river. That's the only hint we get. So that means Zor's River, where we were earlier then. And I'm looking for a blue egg. I don't know if I'm finding it on a pillow like that, or just a random egg somewhere that leads to a secret. Kind of like how that red feather led to a secret area there in Death Mountain Trail. Alright, but yeah, we have the way open to Zor's domain, so we can get to level 5 pretty easily now. Nothing else here that's open, right? Yeah, everything else here is locked down. So let's go back to Castletown, as I'm going to use that as a quick warp back to the field. I think I want to make it night, so I can still explore some stuff in that map. I already know the waterways here don't have anything. In fact, this one leads to a locked gate because of the daytime thing. That's shut during night as well. Is there any way to even get up there, though? I don't think so. Not right now. You might have to go from the Gerudo side for that. No ladder here, strangely enough. Man, much travel in time. You have no games. You're past your prime. Ah, don't remind us. The modding scene is what keeps Banjo alive. That and just re-releasing the same game multiple times. That's all we got, man. And think of the plushes. Still can't get that door. What's nice is that we only saw one note door open with the dance, so they've just been opening all these doors automatically. So when I have enough notes, I'll see that river door open. Maybe that's also what they mean. They said next to river, but they didn't specify Zor's River in that hint. And that is a river. I might need to get the 450 notes just for our first secret. Oh, that's 640, so I'm supposed to get over there later. I need to see something. I had to just check. That is a hidden grotto in actual Ocarina, so I wouldn't be surprised if it put something there. I think if anything, I just want to pop back into our little amusement park real fast. See if we can find that hint for the bottles maze, because I haven't found that yet, surprisingly. And we're supposed to have had it probably by now. If I did the whole maze, that tells you something. Can't take much more of this. If we find this Mark Coco guy, then I'll... Kazooie, careful what you say. This is a family-friendly mod. Please ignore the blood. A map of Bottles Maze is hidden. It'd be difficult to read if you're playing on original hardware. Yeah, I don't know where the map is. I have the Jiggies then. That did answer my question. The 3 hints in the museum. Those are our 3 Jiggies in the field. So I don't have to worry about Jiggies here anymore. I'm done in this park. But I am still here. What would he have said in here? I don't know where this hint is. I might not even find that. But I think we're gonna do a funny thing here real fast. Let's show this off. I need to, unfortunately, turn the game off real fast. So quit, relaunch it. Now we can turn on a mod. Exit the layer, turn that on. Alright. Load the game back up with a new file. I ain't screwed up my current file for this. Should be in tutorial mode. I'm gonna confirm it first. So I did the tutorial on a different machine, but I never got to that mole patch, so I don't know what he says. So I'm gonna confirm the tutorial, and we're gonna exit the witch's lair. Oh, it just takes me back here. Oh, crap. This may not work as well as I hoped for what I wanted to show, because I need to leave this area, and I need the tutorial active. As you can tell, using exit the layer does screw the game up in the mod. The music's not supposed to be constantly playing right now. So this is just kind of annoying. I gotta unpause and pause to fix that. Does it warp me out of here if I go into Lost Woods? Because that's a different map. Oh, he doesn't know how to climb yet. Oh no, this doesn't do exit the layer. Wow, I'm surprised. The one area in the game it doesn't work. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't show what that text is because I have no way of getting to him. So I don't know what he would say. Because exit the layer is very busted in this. It's not doing it here, but it will if I do something else. Let me open my save first because I'm not gonna screw this up. I don't want to make my save all kinds of screwed up by warping everywhere. Alright, let me copy the saves in this folder really quick, because I don't want it to, like, mess with everything. Oh, I'm still in the wrong... No, hang on, I gotta quit, because this game doesn't do the thing I wanted. That's kind of annoying. This is why we're not using that Exit the Lair mod in particular, because I'm not playing anymore tonight. I figure I could show this. Exit the Lair is very busted when there's no proper lair, so I can go wherever I want. So say we go to Castletown. And if I do Exit the Lair here, in actual Banjo Kazooie, this was a cut menu option. This would have actually taken you back to Grunty's lair if it was left in the final game. But in any N64 mod, if you use this, it just kind of wrong warps you everywhere. Because now we're back into the carnival. So you can get to the carnival early using this mod, unfortunately. And now it doesn't work here because I'm in a new area. That's the whole reason. We can see how overpowered it is by literally going any other direction. We can get sneak peeks of future worlds. And I copy my save because this actually does open these worlds up too, so I don't want easy access to like endgame areas. So let's go say Death Mountain, because I don't know where this would go if I use the option Death Mountain. Outside of Zora's domain. Alright, well this is gonna be a fast one. You can pop in the Zora's domain. Exit again. Where am I? Okay, I forgot you've seen this. That's a big spoiler. Hey, we're now back at Temple of Time. Exit again. Now we're back here. Yeah, now you're starting to see how overpowered this is. This is why I don't want to use that option. It can take you literally everywhere. It did get recorded. So that is why we're not going to touch that again. I have a backup save, so I'm going to put that backup back in the file. Alright, well, I think that's probably where I'm going to call it then. I don't know where that map is. I'm going to probably look it up between sessions just to see where you're supposed to get the hint for the blind maze. But honestly, it didn't matter that we didn't get it because brute force wins. So we completed 4 worlds and most of the Jiggies in Hyrule Field. The last 3 are just the secrets. And we still have another 5 worlds left until you get to the final one, obviously, so technically 6. So still a good amount of this game left. Enjoying it so far. It's a good crossover between 2 different games. I'm liking some puzzle-solving elements that this has, but just mainly the world building is really solid. And if you're going to be playing this, please play it through the recompiled version in particular. I would just recommend playing Jiggies of Time on N64 in particular if you're playing it on the real hardware, like with a flash card or something. But if you're just going to emulate it, go this route instead, because the PC version is just a better way of playing it. It just gave me so many more quality of life options, as you saw tonight. So I just recommend, if you're going to play Jiggies of Time, unless it's on real hardware, recompile it's the way to go. It's very easy to set up. But with that said, I'll just swap to the full feed so we can end this out. That's going to do it for tonight's stream. This was a fun one. We'll continue this next week. Play more of Jiggies of Time. Maybe see if we can even get close to beating it next Tuesday. We'll see. But either way, that'll be for next week. Tomorrow, not tomorrow. Getting my days mixed up here. Thursday, we're going to be back with a little bit of a 1-year celebration. It'll be very close by 1 day, so I'm doing it a day early based on how my schedule goes. We're going to be playing Mario Kart World, as I'm going to be going around in the free roam option, and we're going to just do all the stuff. Starting a little bit of a 100% journey through Mario Kart World via at least the free roam. I don't know if I'm going to touch the other things. I'll talk about that on Thursday when we play Mario Kart. But I thought that'd be a good way of just kind of looking back at the game after 1 year of it being out, and just a Switch 2 as a whole. So come back on Thursday for that in particular. And that's pretty much all I got for you right now. Video stuff is all wrapped up. I mean, you can check out that whole Pikmin 2 series now on the main channel if you want. The whole thing is completely uploaded, so you can binge that whole series and go watch Sonic Unleashed on the LPR League channel. We're about ready to wrap up the main game tomorrow, and then going into a lot of extra content after that starting next week. So a lot more of that playthrough to go on that collab channel of mine. But with that said, that's pretty much it. Thanks to everyone who hung out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun. But for now, that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you back here on Thursday for Mario Kart World. Take care and have a good night, everybody.